truth is I follow. The longer that I wait, I'll fall deeper in your game. Tell me now for my own sake, just for my own sake. The chances I'm taking, impatiently aching. You're the one I've been chasing. You are my craving. If you want honesty, I'll cross all the lines that I drew. Forget about second
Yunara's been doing her job for a long time, but centuries of standing guard in the spirit realm have only sharpened her resolve and her aim. In-game, Yunara is an ADC for ADCs, with a focus on core marksman skills like spacing and orb blocking. She's all about ramping up power and unleashing it at exactly the right time. So pour yourself some tea and brush up on your ancient Ionian. It's time for the Yunara Champion Spotlight.
The time has come to prune the tree.
Up first, Yunara's passive, Vow to the First Lands. Her critical strikes deal extra magic damage. And now that's it. That's the entire passive. Yunara's Q is Cultivation of Spirit. She gains stacks of Unleash by attacking enemies. At max stacks, Yunara can activate Q to, you guessed it, Unleash for a few seconds. She gains attack speed, bonus damage on hit, and deals splash damage in a small area with each attack. Unleash stacks decay quickly out of combat, so Yunara wants to stay in the fray to stay at her strongest. Next, W is Arc of Judgment. Yunara sends a swirling prayer beat out, which damages and slows enemies as it travels. It slows down any time it hits a target, then lingers and expands at its terminus, continuing to damage enemies who don't get out of the way. For E, Yunara activates Kanmei's Steps, which grants her a quick burst of move speed to chase down enemies, reposition, or dodge skill shots. Now let's focus on her ultimate, Transcend One's Self. With R, Yunara taps into her full power, entering a transcendent state for several seconds that enhances all of her basic abilities for the duration. Her Q, Cultivation of Spirit, instantly activates and empowers her attacks for as long as she's transcended, which is a long duration upgrade. Her W, Arc of Judgment, becomes Arc of Ruin. Instead of a swirling prayer bead, she fires a beam of spirit magic that slows and deals high damage in a line. Finally, her E, Kanmei Steps, becomes Untouchable Shadow. She gains a short dash instead of movement speed, and the ult cast resets the cooldown. She can dive out of danger or right into the fight. When Yunara transcends oneself, her enemies don't have a prayer.
Age of Retribution!
Like many other AD carries, Yunara wants to play safe until she finds the right moment to get aggressive. She's truly powerful with a fully stacked Q. If Cultivation of Spirit is ready to activate, it might be a good time to fight. An even better time to fight? When her ult is up. Her mobility is pretty limited most of the time, so opponents want to lock her down before she goes all Super Kinku mode. Positioning is key here. All that potential power means nothing if she doesn't live long enough to use it. Yunara is meant for you ADC purists. Her ramping power might feel familiar if you like playing Ashe or even Zeri. Basically anyone who likes decimating enemies with a relentless barrage of autos. Find out what more than 200 years of Spirit Realm experience looks like with Yunara, the Unbroken Faith.
Perseverance, patience, providence.
Bye, bro. Let's go.
Tell me, babe, you wanna leave this town? I'm saying, love her if you wanna go, I'm down. 'Cause darling, we were made for bigger things. And this place keeps killing our dreams. Let's go, love, I'm saying it's tired of waiting. We can leave this whole place behind, yeah. Let's go, love, I'm saying it's tired of waiting. We can leave this whole place behind. Tell me, babe, you wanna leave this town? I'm saying, love her if you wanna go, I'm down. 'Cause darling, we were made for bigger things. And this place keeps killing our dreams. Let's go, love, I'm saying it's tired of waiting. We can leave this whole place behind, yeah. Let's go, love, I'm saying it's tired of waiting. We can leave this whole place behind.
Eyes were wide open as he saw me running through the trees. He said, "Little lady, why don't you slow down? I don't want you to hurt yourself now. I've been trying to run away from myself, change my DNA and be somebody else. I've been trying to escape, trying to change my skin. All I ever really wanted was a place to fit in. Thought I heard the moon talking back to me. He said, I know exactly what you mean. I never felt like I meant anything. I've been trying to run away from myself, leave this galaxy and be anywhere else. I've been trying to escape, I hate being alone. All I ever really wanted was someone to call home. Mr. Moon, I don't know if this means much to you, but planet Earth, well, she can't get enough of you. She's been writing you love songs and poems, and if you were to leave, I think she might be broken. Then the moon got quiet again, and I thought I had lost my new friend. And the moon said she feels the same way about you. She's been growing flowers for your hair, and she loves to hear you sing freely through the air. Did you know she's not been feeling well? I said, yeah, I could tell. She's been trying to fight for life by herself. She's been trying to make a home for everyone else. She's been trying to be patient, trying to be kind, but all of this illusion is fogging her mind. Then I felt the earth shift beneath my feet, and I felt the warmth of the moonbeam. For the first time I felt okay in my skin, 'cause I finally found a place where I fit in.
3 days of group stage action. Ano na yun? Isa na lang para magpa-determine kung sino ang magiging teams natin sa playoffs. Ito ang paglikha ng alamat. Sino ang mananalo dito? Welcome to Liga Republika. Ako nga ulit, the returning dropout candy. Kasama ko nga ulit si Dash sa katabi ko. Kumusta ka na yun dito? League of Legends, we're so back!
We are so back dito sa League of Legends. I'm very excited nga dito sa mga nakikita natin. Kahapon, nanonood rin ako dun sa cast ni Giyang tsaka ni Coach Rek, no? Very interesting yung mga pinapakita ng teams natin, and also congratulations to Gen G dahil sila yung nanalo kanina sa MSI natin.
Yeah, I mean, grabe no. Anong oras ka nagising para doon? Grabe. I mean, intense nga. Best of 5 na ang daming picks. Ay, syempre naman fearless draft. And dito naman tayo sa group stage na nito na puro best of 1s tayo bago tayo pumunta doon sa playoffs natin.
That's true. Ito, nakita naman natin, especially nung start natin, itong Liga Republika, we had a single eliminations para umabot tayo dito sa qualifiers. Then, right now, nandito tayo sa part na to, sa exciting part, sa round robin. Next week, yung mas exciting part kasi yun yung magiging playoffs natin from July 19 to 20 at 26 to 27. 2 weeks ang magiging playoffs natin.
I mean, 2 weeks of playoffs and grabe, medyo mahaba-haba din yun eh. And the format's gonna be different too. I mean, if you notice nga, best of 1's lahat ng match natin. So we'll mostly see more of the same picks from that first set of champions nga. Come playoffs, fearless draft, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh, yep. Yun na nga. Ito na yung fearless draft. Lalong-lalo na, yung nakita nyo sa MSI, ganun ka magiging ka-exciting yung magiging playoffs natin. But again, we have seen the teams. We have seen the teams from yesterday rin. Itong Group C, Inferno Esports yung nag-dominate dito sa grupo na to. Pero this time, we're gonna be in Group D. Ito yung mga makikita natin, mga tropahan na to. Six Sense, yung University, yung Ouroboros, sila yung maglalaban for our match later on.
And some of these teams, man, they haven't lost yet the entire way through. I feel like there is one team that natalo nga dun sa upper bracket natin, which is Ouroboros, but then again, dominant performance out of all of them. Holy, how many get out? 2?
Yes, dalawa yung makakalabas dito for group. Bago tayo pumunta sa playoffs, dalawa yung makakapasok sa kanila. So yung first and second place, so technically may isa lang na mawawala dito sa ating group stages. So, yun yung nakakatakot dito. So, you don't want to be the team na matatanggal dito sa ating mga series.
I don't wanna be the guy that goes 0-2 in groups, dude. I don't wanna get grouped. That's like the one thing that happens. So, which is scary too. Kasi, hindi madalas nagkakaroon ng tournament dito for League of Legends, especially at a higher stake like this. And I do want to mention nga, whoever wins the entire thing here for Liga Republika has a chance. Actually, pasok sila for LCP for that wildcard stage, which we haven't gotten in such a long time, Dash. You know how long we had that opportunity before?
Sobrang tagal nung nagkaroon pa tayo dati ng opportunity to get into the LCP. If you know some of the teams na pumapasok sa MSI, for example, yung Flying Oyster and also yung
CFO.
Si Gam. Yeah, silang dalawa yung madalas na nakikita nyo na pumapasok. And tayo, magkakaroon ng tsansa na makapasok doon sa wildcard and also para makapasok din sa Worlds. Is it the time na makikita uli natin ang Pilipinas dito sa Worlds?
Yo, shoutouts the OG Mineski.
Yes,
my God, who remember? I mean, I don't want to remember what happened nung nag-group stage.
Do you want to shout out the players? Shoutouts kila.
Yo, shoutouts to Kaigu the GOAT.
Yeah, shoutouts to Kaigu.
Nung may buhok pa siya, na yun, di ko alam ba, wala na siyang buhok.
If I remember correctly, nandun na si TG, si EXO back in the day. So sila yung mga dating players natin na Mineski. So shoutouts to those guys. Alam ko nasa industry pa rin sila. But again, I wanna see another team that we can call legendary na makakapasok sa Worlds.
Yeah, and this is where legends are named nga here. And again, tagline natin, paglikha ng alamat. Grabe. Direct to the point nga kasi kailangan natin ng representative dito sa Pilipinas kasi ever since nga nag-merge ng server tayo.
Yeah.
Parang mas lumaganap yung ano natin, yung scene natin. Mas active siya eh. Pero
Totoo.
dati na-realize ko nga din, like, napaka-importante tong change na to. Kasi, di lang kasi sa atin kailangan kalabanin, kailangan din ma-practice natin sa ibang region.
Yeah, and it's very healthy din, no? Kasi nag-grow lalo tayo as a region dahil nga naglalaban-laban yung mga tao, hindi tayo locked in the Philippines itself. So, it's something very good for everyone here for League of Legends. And having this opportunity, thank you very much to Riot Games and also to Serial Kitten, kaya nagka-opportunity tayo for a chance to go to the LCP.
Yeah, LCP and such. But now, I want to talk about, again, match history here for... What is this team? I thought...
It's university. It's university.
Natatawa ako dun sa logo nila. It's just the guy just bonking his head. The university nga. And again, they had so much W's in the room. And some familiar teams as well. MCOM Esports again. You saw them last year. And now, wala sila!
True. And ito talaga yung nangyayari when it comes to these types of tournaments. No? May mga teams tayo na nakikita na nakasanayan na bigla sila mawawala. And this is what's good. Especially when you have a qualifiers like this talaga. It's very good to see. But, habang sinasabi namin yun, makikita nyo na agad ko ano yung prediction namin ni Dropout Candy dito agad sa baba namin.
Yeah, it's the University versus Ouroboros. I do wanna ask you why you picked Ouroboros for game number 1 here against the University.
Bakit nga ba sila ang napili ko? Actually, one familiar person ako dito sa team na to, it's gonna be Luxuria. And I think because of what happened during the last time rin, I think they would have a chance here. Dahil nga, they only lost against Fantasy Esports if I remember correctly. So, I do think that they have a possibility of taking down University dito sa series natin. Ikaw naman, bakit University napili mo?
I saw Lumber, I was like, that's
Actually,
the
same. Actually,
And
same.
then I was like, I'm gonna lock it in. I know how crazy he was last year, and I'm so excited to see him back on the mix. And speaking of, ayun na, team lineup. Oh, we got graphics too. Oh,
Grabe. Wow. Naka-emboss.
Look at the
Look at yung Ouroboros, naka-emboss siya. Wow, grabe.
Ako, natatakot ako. Ouroboros pa lang. Tapos University, may dala lang, big stick. Di lalabas.
Totoo
Okay
lang.
lang.
Kaya ko rin sila pinili kasi nakakatakot yung logo nila sa totoo lang.
Oo nga. Pero sa akin, parang mas nakakatakot si Lumber, no? Dito
True.
sa buong series na to. And again, Luxuria, again, another familiar face
Yeah.
from Liga Republika as past nga. And again, I'm very glad that they still returned for this year. Although, with a new team. Kasi, people need team changes, and unfortunately nga, they couldn't stay the same. Again, they have to keep grinding, and this is the team that perchance dito sa magsha-shine dito sa group stage na to.
Really hoping that they would be able to do so. At least makapag-shine sila dito sa bagong flavor, yung bagong teams na meron sila. So this is gonna be exciting. It's been a while since I've been casting League of Legends, so this is gonna be really fun. Very excited ako sa mangyayari dito sa Liga Republika, especially dito sa matches natin for today. Not sure if we're gonna be having some tiebreakers for today, pero whatever happens, I'll be happy for it.
I mean, the result is gonna be as clear as day here. I mean, I think I do believe that the matches are like rotating back and forth here. So we're gonna see a lot of action on this day alone. So we have to be prepared nga dun sa mangyayari na yun. Kasi if ever nga nagka-tiebreak, sabi mo nga, maglalaro pa rin tayo hanggang ma-determine natin kung sino yung dalawang teams na lalabas.
Yeah, and ayun na nga, let's take a look at this video first before we go in. At ayun na nga, napakalupit yung nakita natin na yun. Pero ito, mas malupit kasi nandito na agad tayo sa drafting phase natin. Dropout Candy, nandito na agad tayo. Ready na agad tayo. Excited ako kasi kakatapos lang ng MSI, parang kanina lang. Tapos ito, meron na naman tayo makikitang League of Legends dito sa PH.
And again, draft is very important now that the upcoming Fearless Draft is much more important than ever. I like the first set of bans right here. Nocturne already out of the picture. Seret as well. Two of these champions I think gamit ng kabilang team, and very simple to use kasi may Orianna na pwedeng gamitin dito. Good for the ban.
Yes, and sobrang sobrang respect ban for me yung Seret sa side ng University. Pero this is what you see in MSI, yung ban sa Nocturne, yung ban sa Varus. And also something that I would like to note is that Pantheon, hindi siya nakalabas kanina during our MSI, so most likely yan, ibabanding nila yan for the side of University. Not gonna be seen.
Yeah, probably it's gonna be seen for the next series, pero this time not at this very moment. Rumble though, very apparent champion na lumabas yesterday dun sa group stage nila Giyang pati ni Coach Rek. Vice already out of the picture, but there are some champions, particularly junglers, na pwede nilang labasan. Ezreal first pick is a very, very bold choice here for Lumber.
Actually, that's a very respectful pick for me, to be honest. Kasi you don't usually see an Ezreal getting first pick. Kasi usually they have somebody else na pinipick nila. Usually they get the support. Usually they get the jungler or the mid lane just so they have a safe composition already. So Ouroboros has the right idea here na etong Wukong, yung pinik nila, we have seen this a lot in MSI, so I do believe Ouroboros and also Orianna, perfect combo agad.
Yeah, I mean, no Nocturne to be used, but there's that Wukong Orianna that could be used. ADC on first slam here for University is a very questionable pick, but again, they could pair it up with a very strong support like Karma here na pwedeng gamitin dito. Na Fury instead on that hover, he's gonna lock it in.
Okay, sobrang interesting ng mga picks dito ng University. No? Sobrang unique to them etong mga picks nila kasi surprisingly, we don't usually see these picks even on some of the other games. Nakita niyo naman yung pick rate natin kanina, hindi siya ganun kataas for the Naafiri. So this time, I think this is more of a flex of what they have in their hands kasi best of one siya. So just pick your best hero or champion.
Yeah, I mean, maganda nga dito. Syndra napilian. Very solid mid lane nga na kalaban ng Orianna dito. Very safe on the lane too and can do a lot of burst damage later on. Ang nangangailangan lang ata dito para sa The University is probably a tank. They need a tank or someone that could do the front line because yung mga champion na kinuha dito ng The University, parang kulang pa sila dito sa tankiness eh. Kai'Sa, good strong second pick here for that ADC. Parang patas sila dito sa bot lane.
Yeah. Feel ko wala pa sila parehong dito, wala pa silang support on both sides. I think if ever magbaban sila, bawasan nila lahat ng options. Yes, Rel is gonna be a good ban. Dagdag natin yung Alistar, yung Nautilus. Pag nawala yun, they don't really have a lot of options para sa mga supports that could actually engage for the team. So, binabawasan nila yung isa't isa dun sa mga viable picks dito.
Yeah, no Rel here could mean that pwede lumabas yung mga other supports. Yeah, Leona got banned. A lot of the engaged supports nga na napaka-importante is getting banned out. Nautilus is still on the picture, so kung hindi nakasama dito sa ban list si Nautilus, parang siya yung unang sisaslam dito ng Ouroboros.
Yep. Feel ko dito, drop out if ever na meron sila dapat na ibaban pa dito. I think they should ban the Nautilus on the side of University, no? Kasi pag binan nila yung Nautilus, hindi siya mapipick ng Ouroboros kasi Ouroboros is gonna be the first pick here in the second phase of the fix. So, they have to ban it out unless they're okay na makalabas yung Nautilus this game.
Yan. Problematic nga yung second phase dito ng University. Wala lang kasi Sion, wala silang engage. And I feel like Ouroboros, they can slam the Nautilus. Rakan is a good combo katapat ng Kai'Sa, but again, a free slam for Nautilus, probably something else on their mind too while we're just waiting for this pick to come out.
Yep. Kailangan din kasi nila ng time for the team itself. Actually, not bad if ever magbabrom sila dito. I think it's not bad kasi they need to take some time and they need to make sure that the Kai'Sa and the Orianna would be able to get there. So, yeah, as I'm saying, okay lang mag-Brom dito sa comp nila.
Yeah, Brom is a good comp. Maybe I think the Nautilus is out of the question here, especially for the Ezreal kasi wala siyang benefit dito. A Karma or a tank would be good on that top lane. Again, a Bruiser would be sufficient as well here for Chen, which again will be a little bit of a problem kung wala nga silang frontline dito. But again, good damage for Aatrox dito sa frontline just to deny any of the engages na mahaharapan dito ng Ouroboros.
Yun, yung Alistar. I think this is way better, especially kung Brom yung katapat mo rin. Honestly, Alistar would be able to survive that kasi may unbreakable will ka nga, so you would be able to survive the plethora of CCs na meron itong Ouroboros. So on the other hand, ano kaya ang last pick nila dito for the side of Ouroboros? A Gwen is a possibility against the Aatrox, so pwede rin nila i-pick yon. And even yung actually wala palang Rumble sana sasabihin ko.
Yeah. Any AP would be good, but a tank or another bruiser na pwede katapatan dito. Yup, Kled. So they're speeding it up. Okay, Kled against the Aatrox on the top lane. And again, napaka-flexible din yung Kled dito. Pwede niya gamitin yung ulti para mas bumilis yung mga potential ball receivers dito sa Ori ball combo na pwedeng pag-ultihan. Wukong, Brom, Walmy, Might of Them, Kled is also an apparent user here.
Yeah, and maganda to. I think this is gonna be good. At least having a Kled on your team comp and against an Aatrox, this is one of the matchup na okay ako dun sa Kled pick kahit na hindi natin siya nakikita a lot. But against an Aatrox, Kled is a good pick.
Yeah, that one in particular, I think Aatrox is gonna have a hard time nga din para para makatakas. kahit may umbral dash to si Aatrox, mahirap din may kasamang hook tong Kled Kung natamaan lang to, baka ma-one shot to. Pero again, draft phase, what do you think? Sino yung ubra dito? Uni or Oro?
Honestly, draft-wise, I think I would prefer yung picks dito ng Ouroboros just because of the draft itself. Kasi mas alam mo yung idea nung draft nila. They want to let the Kai'Sa and the Orianna scale to the late game kaya sila nag-pick ng Brom. And once they get to that point, meron silang charge from the Kled, meron silang ult from that Wukong to make it easy for them to do so. But on the other hand naman, sa University, they do have good mid-game power spikes. So I do think na if ever magamit nila yon, they could actually finish this game bago makapag-scale yung dalawa.
Yeah, much more reliant on pokes tong Uni, especially yung Syndra pati yung Ezreal. They're not gonna expect themselves to go for the engage first kasi yung Alistar lang yung pwedeng pumasok dito. Aatrox maybe, but then again ang hirap magland ng skill shot, especially yung mga skills niya medyo short yung distance niya compared to the other team na as you said maganda yung vision nila. For University, tignan natin kasi they have to rely mostly on Lumber to get the ball rolling. Kasi kung hindi siya nag-online, lagot tayo dito.
That's true. And I think mas yung maganda dito for their side is that meron silang maneuverability dun sa fight. So I think University, they can benefit dun sa mga medyo matatagal na fights kasi they can go in and out of those fights. So yun yung kailangan nila gawin for them to win this. Kasi they have a lot of ways to get away from the ice dito ng Ouroboros.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a long game, I think. I feel like mas importante dito para tapusin ka agad para sa side ng Oro bago tumaba ang Ezreal on the side of Team University. Again, all of the baskets are going in for Lumber right now, and for the other team, everyone is split up here for the side of Oro. But guys, who do you think is gonna win here for this first game? Is it gonna be Ouroboros? Let me know. #OroWin. Or kung gusto mo manalo on the University, give me a #UniWin. It feels like a blast in the past nga nung sinasabi nga ni Gian yung #UniWin, #OroWin. Ibalik nga natin dito kasi we have to determine sino yung mga paborito dito.
True.
Dito sa comment section natin.
And solid din itong natin, no? Solid tong nakikita natin right now on our screens. Nakikita natin dito yung mga champions in front of us na magkakaharap sila. So, shout out sa Serial Kitten for this. This is honestly insane to see na nagaharap dito yung mga champions natin. And also, as they said, sino nga ba ang boto nyo dito? Sino ang gusto nyo manalo? If you're a fan of both of our teams, sabihin nyo dyan sa comment section.
Tignan natin. And sayang nga no? Nakita ko tong graphic right now and I'm like, parang may mga champions na ako na hindi ko makikita at all dito sa ano natin. Like,
sure.
was like a champion na hindi mo talaga makikita dito sa playoffs. Like, Timo is like on the top of my mind because I feel like he's not gonna be used at all dito sa tournament.
Sino bang nasa top of my mind na hindi magagamit dito? I think it would go to, nasabihin ko sana si Kane. I think Kane is not gonna be seen here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, he's a bruiser kind of.
Yeah.
So
Pero
there
it
is
takes
a
time,
chance na yeah, it takes time. He's a bruiser and maybe pwede mong gamitin maging assassin nga. Pero yun nga. What's a cool looking champion na baka hindi natin makita dito sa playoffs?
Honestly, gusto kong makita dito si Rob. Tapos naka Super Galaxy skin.
True.
Would be insane. Pero ito na ata, para magsisimula na tayo.
Grabe no, may loading screen pa tayo dito kasi alam na natin na magsisimula lang laban na to. The University versus the Ouroboros for game number 1 with a very, very nice map here.
Grabe.
Grabe no?
Grabe yan. Grabe
Thematic
yan.
din.
Wow. Grabe. Ang ganda. Ang ganda ng entrance natin into the game. And again, everybody, this is gonna be our first game. Meron tayong 3 games for today and maybe even some tiebreakers if ever mangyayari yun for today. Pero with what it's looking like, it's gonna be University versus Ouroboros. And ito pa lang ang ating first game.
Yeah, first game with the new Spirit Blossom map, which I think in a few days it's gonna get moved to another set of another map, I feel like, no? But yeah, good wall just to protect each other out. And again, kailangan natin tignan kung saan yung pathing ng mga junglers na to because it's either they're gonna get an early scuttle fight or they're gonna respect each other and they're gonna have to split between the 2 scuttles early on dito.
That's true. That's true. Nintay natin kung anong gagawin nila, especially in the early parts of our game. Tinag-uusapan natin kanina. Ito yung sinasabi mong kanina rin talaga. It's been quite apparent para sa mga supports natin that they're gonna go spellbook on both of them. So most likely, eto nga, nangyari nga siya na puro spellbook ang meron dito sa mga supports natin.
The feats of strength is still an apparent mechanic here, and getting the objectives as part of your priority is on the top of your leaderboard also. Because it just gives you so much stats for free. Just for, getting an objective, getting first tower, or getting 3 kills for your side early on in the game. So, big determinant dito for what's to come. And it's a really big snowball mechanic if ever.
That's true. Sobrang laking snowball nun, especially nung patch na nagsimula siya, to be honest. And Atakan being a very, very big objective for most of our teams kasi getting that extra stats talaga is just super helpful na ang laki ng advantage na nakukuha nyo for that.
Yeah, big advantage. And yeah, we see the 2 junglers starting on the same side. So we might see a trade here between the 2. But Chen, very aggressive here. He's gonna let the Kled go out of his mount already. But both of them are very low. We see the Wukong and the Nefiri not really giving any mind here whatsoever. So they're just gonna play passive and very scary dito sa top side early on.
Yeah, early parts of our game, nandito tayo sa top side. I think, as you said, magko-converge yung both of our junglers on the bottom side of the map. So, most likely, dun natin makikita yung first ever gank natin in the game. I'm kinda expecting it to happen sooner than later. So, once we go into that part, lalong-lalo na dito sa paglabas ng scuttle natin, that is when it's gonna start.
Yeah, scuttle fight, and I think the timers are gonna be really exact too. We see the Wukong already starting out. He's gonna full clear, I feel like. Yeah, Nefiri is gonna start with red buff. So what I'm thinking is, if Nefiri goes for the full clear, maabutan pa kaya niya dito yung Wukong who is still trying to clear Grump. But I feel like the answer is gonna be yes. It's already starting out. Gets the flip here, and I think an early skirmish here on that bot side. Kai'Sa, mababa na buhay niya. Half HP dito. Ang ganda ng poke na nagawa dito ni Lumber.
Yeah, and this matchup na nasa bot side natin, no, the advantage of this were Lumber dito sa bot lane, especially with having an Ezreal on your side. Talagang ang hirap eh. Medyo close kasi yung range ng Kai'Sa, so it's gonna be way harder to get closer. But look at this, hindi nila, actually bibigay lang nila dito yung Scuttle and the respect coming in from Sun kasi makikita sila ng vision dito so they know that it's already happened.
Yeah, it was an advanced ward early on here by the Wukong. I'm gonna get his username later on, but yeah, they did swap. They did trade rifts, and again they are looking for some way to go in, but yeah, it's been warded out already by Kled here. So back off, wala mo ng problema dito, and just passive farming for now.
Yeah, I think they need to go for the recall din for Kai'Sa or si Van dun sa bot lane. Kailangan niya mag-recall just because wala nang pots and also the poke damage coming in from the side of Lumber and Quaid. Medyo too much siya for them to handle. And now the repeat, the next wave para sa ating mga junglers. And I think once they finish this, that is when everything is gonna start. They have visions on both sides, so most likely hindi sila maglalaban muna for now.
Yeah, and again, like the timers are so important too, as Aatrox already getting an advance ward ahead. I think it's been spotted out by the Kled, so yeah, just ample farming here. Mid state is kind of looking rough. Ahri is gonna get that. Ahri's gonna force herself back out, letting Zekriel getting that early back far ahead. So Ahri will be the one later on. Ooh, but a flash early on by Chen here because he got caught by the ability here for Kled as Drake does spawn out, and now objective's really important now.
Yeah, remember kaka-remount lang dito ni Nick Tasha dito sa top side. So most likely pwede siya pumasok dito if ever he needs to risk it dito sa top part of our map. The Drakes are up, but we're gonna be seeing if they're gonna contest it this early on kasi it's gonna be important for them to get the feats as early as they can. Pero for now, look at the dive top side. First blood coming in for Ouroboros.
Grabe, bear trap on the rope. I feel like he got to level 6 just in time. Yeah, charge already used, and he knows that he has better HP on that. Ang ganda din ng ng passive ng na Mount Kled. Just getting that good HP out para may para may insurance kung na-dismount siya dito. So, good first blood.
True. What's also hard about that, dun sa matchup na yan, may grievous wounds kasi yun eh.
Sakit
Kaya
nga din
ang hirap labanan kasi with the grievous wounds dun sa bear trap as an Aatrox, ang hirap nun in the early game.
I feel like Aatrox does have grievous wounds on any of his attacks, right? Pero he does have heal too. So, as you said, grievous wounds very effective against this Kled, and even though Aatrox is a good champion, kung na-counter pick ka dito ng Kled sa top lane, mahihirapan kayo dito. So, Red, Drake, easy for Ouroboros.
Yeah, surprisingly, no? Even though na with the vision that they have here on this side of the map, alam ko, I think Quaid already knew na tinatry nila i-take over yung Drake kanina, pero they didn't even bother kasi at this point in the game, I do feel like, especially wala pang Shin si Lumber, alam nilang hindi nila kaya lumaban.
Oh, hindi pa malakas dito si Fury early on in the game eh. Ang ganda kasi ng spike ng Wukong once na nag-level 6 siya. So as long as you power farm with the Wukong, it's gonna be a hard time here for Fury. It's gonna have a struggle bus dito galing gamit ng mga abilities niya. So kailangan niyang magkaroon ng gank opportunity, especially in the top side, para bumalik dito si Chen sa laro.
Yeah, even though we don't really have a lot of damage for the side of Ouroboros, for the mid and the bot side. Oh, wait lang. Ganda position ni Zekriel dito on the bot side. I think if he gets a Scatter the Weak, never mind, he won't be able to get it. Hindi niya nakuha. Zekriel backing off, using the ult, pero not enough damage.
Yeah, not enough damage, but it does lead them a little bit close to the turret. So they can't just risk themselves to push forward here. The wave does get frozen by Lumber. So, good for them just to deny yung CS. Kasi yung CS dito ni Kai'Sa, bilang na bilang yan. Kaya, kung makikita natin mamaya na hindi siya nagkakaroon ng mga core items yan, it's because of Lumber trying to freeze the lane for himself.
That's true. Yun nga yung mahirap eh. The CS advantage na nakikita natin dito sa bot side is very, very good. And I like this matchup so much. Sobrang hirap na hirap si Van na magkaroon ng kahit na anong farm on the bot side. And Sun, coming in at the right time. I think this is the perfect timing. Kita sila ng vision from a while ago, pero pwede sila pumasok right now. Son gonna be using the ultimate, gonna be charging in.
Van's
Gets a
gone!
kill agad, and University is just gonna go in. Meron silang unbreakable will, so Luxury is gonna be next. That's 2 kills for the side of University.
Yeah, they knew that the scatter the weak combo from a while ago was gonna be proficient. So gamit ni Son, Hound's Pursuit for both of them, and wala sila magagawa. Pitas na pitas sila dito, and that turret is not gonna help them too.
That's true. Yun na nga nakita natin very early in the game. And that's what they needed. Ito yung advantage ng composition nila. We have said it a while ago, yes, top lane is gonna be losing. Chen is not gonna have the best time. Look at this, top side again. Meron silang bear trap, nakuha nila yung damage. Pero they are not gonna continue.
Yeah, nagalit sila, may world ender kasi si Chen dito, and wala silang minions na pwedeng tulungan dito para magkaroon ng turret protection. And I think the dispatch too, ang laki din ng damage na magkakaroon ng turret. So not really the best choice trying to gank that top side.
Totoo. And ito, sa nakita natin today, I think nagtitake lang ng time ito. After the world ender, after the movement speed boost na meron siya kanina, I think this could be a good timing to go for a regank dito sa top side as long as wala pa siyang flash. Pero hindi yata nila itutuloy yan.
Yeah, I mean, ang ganda na. May mga ultimate sila dito. Pwede din lang lusubin. Pero, yun nga, again, the turret is a big concern here. Ultimate's coming out for the Braum. Gets stunned early on here. Kai'Sa's very low, but the Alistar using ultimate, unbreakable, hindi siya parang konti lang yung damage na binigay dito ng Ezreal, ng Alistar. Pero yung Ezreal, ang ganda ng poke damage, Sheen agad.
That's true. Yun na nga, ito na. With the Sheen, malapit na siya mag-Triforce in just a bit, so gonna be really scary para sa bottom side of our map. And as we are saying, usually nag-activate ang isang Kai'Sa once you get like 2 or 3 items. Pero as long as it is the case na si Lumber yung may advantage, hindi magiging madali talaga yung buhay nila sa bot lane unless a good gank happens sa bot side.
And for now, I think they're just struggling to get themselves in. That's a good usage for an ultimate. Nagamit na yung Unbreakable Will dito kay Luxuria. He can use the ultimate, but there is someone dito sa bot side naghahanap. Nandito na si Sunflower.
Sunflower on the bot side. Waiting for the
Nakita
timing pero hindi yata sila papasok. As you said, nakita nga siya. Pero parang nag-debate out sila ng information, never mind. Just letting the wave crash dito sa bot lane.
Oh, ganda. And nakita mo, ang daming CS. Ang ganda ng timing dito na ginawa ni Lumber. Gets the push out. They knew that Van was not gonna get that the CS in time. And that's a big chunk of XP and gold fed by the turret here. I think that's like 600? About? And a turret minion.
No, totoo.
Sarap. Oh, sakit.
Totoo. Ang laki ng advantage sila dito when it comes to the gold. Pero ito you're gonna be contesting it. Alam nila may advantage sila. Hound's Pursuit, ginamit na nila against this. I think Van is gonna be in danger here. Pero good thing he was able to use the killer instinct a while ago. And true shot for Roch is gonna be missing. Sun, gonna be the target.
Oh, Cyclone!
Goes in for the Cyclone. Goes in for the backline. Minaka pa silang isa pero kulang pa sila sa damage. Wala dito yung Orianna.
The Zed is
This is
coming!
not a good party. Scatter the Wig is gonna be there to get the stun. That's gonna be the kill. And Lumber,
Retreat clause!
to move forward. May timing sila. That's gonna be the flash of Surya. Sakto-sakto timing na exhaust pero it's not gonna matter. Art is not here and that's
the TP!
already. Pero TP, as you said, double team Nixtasha, not gonna survive and that's another kill for their side. University will be able to take 3.
Fatal mistake there by Oro as they tried to at least reconvene with the teleport. But as you said, it's a big risk. Gamit ng teleport na yun, kumbaga yung last patch natin na it's the old TP. Once you commit, hindi mo siya makakancel and it takes so long for you to get in the fight. Nahabol na nga sila ng entire university at grabe, napaka-healthy nila after that fight.
Yeah, and yun na nga, nawala yung advantage ng early wins kanina ng Ouroboros. 3k gold lead at that point just because of that. And this is insane. Honestly, this is crazy. Ang ganda nung nakita natin na performance coming in from the side of University with that fight.
Yeah, and again, University can now take objectives here. I feel like for the side of University, tapos na sila for 1 out of 3 dito sa mga feats of strength nila. So, it's a bit of an upgrade here gamit ng gamit ng free boots nila, but I think they still need to get the objective. I think one more objective so that they can secure it. Tapos mananalo sila dito sa Beats of Strength.
Yeah. One more feat, or rather feat, yung kailangan nila for their side. I think this tower, pag na-take down na nila itong tower, they're gonna be getting it for their side. And they're gonna get a bit of an advantage dito sa game natin. So it's gonna be one down already, and that's good. Exactly what they needed for the team. And with the plating pa, nakasama siya. And that's it. And we're gonna be going for a pause for a bit here, everyone.
Yeah, syempre, kasi, you know, PH tournament, di tayo magpapalampas na tech post dito. In every Riot sanctioned event, there's always a tech post. No matter what game it is, there will always be a chance of a tech post. Yung nangyari din sa atin na yun.
And with what we've seen here, no, for the game itself, malaki na yung mga nakita nating advantage dito for the side of University. So it might be a bit hard. Pero as we predicted then, once they snowball the game in their favor, it's gonna go good. Kasi alam naman natin the composition that Ouroboros built, hindi siya built to fight against University in the early to mid game. Kasi they're definitely gonna lose kasi wala silang masyadong damage.
Yeah. I'm surprised nga that University ang laki ng damage nila. And I feel like it's all due to Lumber. Ang laki ng farm niya dun sa early game na it completely shut down Van dito sa bot side natin. I think I saw like a 50 CS difference on that bot side, and now it's getting to full effect. I said a while ago that Lumber has all the eggs in the basket nga, and this time around, he's proving to us why he's a prominent threat dito sa group stage natin.
Yeah, Trinity Force already built for Lumber. So that's the reason why ang lakas ng damage siya kanina, kasi built na yung Trinity Force niya and Blackfire Torch. So this is gonna be really scary as the game goes on, especially dun sa mga susunod na objectives natin. So it's gonna be scary dito para sa side ng Ouroboros.
Yeah, free boots also for Uni and Oro. Again, they are running out of time here. Kasi now that their objective of grouping up has not worked out, they need to scale up. But there is a scaler on the side of Uni that is their Ezreal, so you have to kill him first. And if without him, nandiyan pa si Zekriel, nandiyan pa yung Syndra, nandiyan pa yung dalawang bruiser natin with Sun and Chen, with Aatrox and the Fury respectively. Grabe, ang lakas ng potential nila dito maka one shot.
Yeah, and remember si Zekriel, meron rin siya mga kinocomplete na side quest for himself to get the extra scaling. So,
tambay lang
nga,
no?
The longer the game goes, most likely makukuha niya na yun. Pero ito, they started off. Sunflower is gonna be using the Cyclone to go back, pero walang magagawa yun kasi Zekriel is gonna be using the Unleash power to get the kill.
Yeah, securing that kill and catching off Sunflower off guard. Herald's already spawned out, and for some reason Art is out of position, does not get chased down here by Sun because of the flash and because of the movement speed coming from that Dissonate. Makakataka siya.
Yeah. Ako tayo dito. Kita natin kung anong gagawin nila. Right now, they're gonna go for the chase. Naghahanap sila ng kills. Charge is gonna get you. Squid. Hindi siya tatamaan ng charge, pero ito nakapag-TP si Zekriel kanina. So this is gonna be a good fight
Glacial
for them.
Fissure.
They have the ultimate for them. Pero Luxor is just gonna be backing off. Lumber almost getting the kill with a Mystic Shot, pero hindi siya enough.
Wait lang, may balak si Lumber dito. Parang kulang siya sa mana! Pero na Mystic Shot pa rin! Parang sniper sa gilid! And again, on the top side, namatay na nga si Sun dito. Due to Nestasia. Oh my goodness! Ang ganda ng combo dito. 3v4. Pabawas-bawas sila dito ng buhay. Kailangan nila patay si Lumber. But it was not enough! Grabe! Buwis buhay naman dito si Luxuria. May balak mag-Q, nag-flash out si Lumber for that. I think that's a good trade, but regardless, Uni still winning that fight.
Yeah, Uni was still able to win that fight. Meron silang advantage dun sa nangyari. They got the kill again from Van. But while that's happening, itong si Chen nagtatrabaho dito sa top side, and a tower plus a kill is a bigger advantage para sa Uni.
Tama. Parang mundo lang nagpo-push nang wala sa oras. Nakatambay lang sa taas. No care in the world. May TP pa ka siya so he can go bot lane after this.
Totoo yan. And yun na nga, ang laki ng mga na-advantage na nakuha natin. 2 towers are down already para sa side ng Ouroboros. And wala bang magandang na isasagot so far ang Ouroboros sa kanila except for the kills na nakukuha ni Nictasha kanina.
Oo, that's a little bit dangerous for Luxuria. Parang may balak siya mag-ward ahead pero alam niya nandun yung isa pang support dito para sa side ng Uni. So I feel like that's not the best course of action. Pero nangyari dito, stuck na naman dito si Mr. Sunflower. Eviscerate, Hound's Pursuit. Cyclone na naman, napilitan dito gamitin pero may kasamang shockwave. Enough pa yun para tanan. Hindi ata enough. Kulang sa buhay si Mr. Sunflower, si Art, siya ang susunod dito. Nako, World Ender ang nagamit. Si Roxuria, one by one they came para kulang lang sila dito sa lakas at dumating si Mr. Van. Combo. They have to get away. Here comes the charge. Grabe, nag-face out siya. Grabe, ang ganda ng ultimate dito. Oh, pero the fight is still going. Chen is still healing so much HP. Luxuria, bawas na. Nictasia, anong ginagawa mo dyan? Kulala lang dito si Mr. Van and Chen is on a rampage. Ang ganda ng simula ng ginawa ng Oro dito. But Uni, nag-group up sila. They got a lot of advantage after that. And objective spawning out, the turrets up in front. There's nothing for Oro to do. They have to group up later on here, Dash.
A bit of a scattered team fight coming in from Ouroboros. Medyo nag-isa-isa sila doon nung nilaban sila and that's the reason why they lost most of their teammates bago sila makapag-react against them and that's not good. Let's take a look at the replay kanina, no? Ito, the fight is already lost at this point in the game kasi they already lost 2 people pero because nag-commit pa yung 2 on a 3v5, mas naging malaki tuloy yung disadvantage nila after that battle.
That's there's a term for that, right? Like
audition.
Audition, ganun.
Nag-isa-isa sila. Diba?
Yeah. Like parang na-commit na sila too much na pag hindi nila kinomit pa, mas parang sayang sa oras no. I'm gonna get back to you on that term, but for now, Dragon's gonna be spawning in. University has this objective. I think like one more and they're already on Soul Point and Luxor is already stuck. Yeah, that's not good. Chen's already in front. May bruises sila. Hina-headbutt lang niya. Grabe, parang nag-football lang sila dito. Pero may Hound's Pursuit gamit. Nice Cyclone to put them out of commission. But it is still an advantageous fight here coming for team. The University Nictasia has to get away and Art, he has to get through that blast cone before he gets the heck out. And all of the advantage going through to Uni. Again, they lost another fight and that is a free objective for the side of team the University.
Yeah, a bit of a shutdown na nakill nila dito si Lumber pero not really enough kasi they also lost 2 people dun sa laban na yon. And I think Luxuria, even though that they're getting some vision para sa team nila, I think kailangan nila lagi si Sunflower if ever man gusto nila kumuha ng vision at any part of the map kasi they need Luxuria para protektahan si Van. And Van is gonna be their win condition here sa team nila.
Yeah, and I feel like mas importante sa kanila yung wombo combo para kulang nga sila sa damage. Sunflower's getting caught out and I feel like he's gonna get away. Boom. Never mind, na slam dunk pa nga ng golem. Kobe.
Binato siya ng blue buff
Grabe, no?
And yun na nga, yun yung rason. Ang hirap na to, It's so hard for them to find any advantage in this game. The 6k gold lead na meron tayo right now is just very apparent. Nakikita mo sa galaw nila na medyo nahihirapan sila makapag-contest ng objectives against University. Just looking at the head-to-head dito, 2 items already has been built for Lumber. And ang hirap na nito nung game na to at this point.
That's Triforce plus Manamindid. That's so much damage coming from Ezreal. 1 Mystic Shot, wala ka ng buhay.
That's true. Ilang shots ka lang nung Mystic Shot dito at this point, no? And that's the reason why pinik nila yung Braum, to be honest. Kaya sila nag-pick ng Braum, but Braum needs to survive so that pwede niyang harangan yung mga projectiles against that Ezreal.
Parang mapipitas din lang siya ng ng Ezreal, 'di ba? Isang kill sa kanya, wala na siyang buhay kahit gamit niya yung Inibrom, hindi siya makakatakas dito. So, despite Ouroboros having that wombo combo advantage, as long as they don't have enough damage to shut down the Ezreal, which again, in turn, he's a very, very mobile champion. He can get out of harm's way at a moment's notice, no? If you don't get to lock him down, he's gonna be a big threat the entire fight. And lest we forget, again, Zekiel, he hasn't died yet, dude. The Syndra is still alive. He's just doing side quests, as you said.
That's
and I
true.
think yung side quests niya unkillable the entire game.
Yeah. And I think kompleto na rin yung mga stacks niya. So I think it's gonna be way harder with the true damage from those stacks against Sun. Gonna go for the fight scatter. The Wick was able to get the knock up two, and that's big. Nick Tasha naman yung magiging sunod dito, pero wala na siya magagawa. That is unleashed power against him.
Yeah, and Lumber's alone though, but they can't solve this threat, dude. He's right in front of him. Now we have to assess who is the bigger threat. The Ezreal, the Syndra, or the rest of the team of the university here.
Actually, everybody's a threat. At this point in the game, everybody's a threat for their side kasi wala rin sila magagawa. Art, trying to fight a 1v1 against Chen. Once he uses the World Ender, mapupuno uli yung buhay niya dito for sure.
Yeah, and even 1/3 strike of that Dark Blade is enough to chunk Art's entire HP down to half. So even without the healing, Chen is still a big threat here to side lane. And now the university, they already saw this. Like, come on, just push, get objectives, just play it safe, you know, T1 style.
Yeah. Second tier tower, taken down na agad. Ay nako, ang hirap nito for them kasi ang dami ng towers na natitake down from their side and it's gonna be way harder from here on. 5 towers are down and lumiliit yung mapa ng Ouroboros.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Like, they need to get a lot of resources out for Ouroboros, but there's not a lot of avenues like safely just farming. I mean, Art is just here on bot side kasi wala nga tao dito, but the rest jungle is like a no-go already for Sunflower here kasi alam niya baka mag-advance towards in the university dito sa harap.
Yeah, it's gonna be way harder moving forward, no, para sa team. Kasi if ever they won't be able to get anything, Yun's Rage Blade already built para dito sa Kaisa natin kay Van. Pero is one good thing about this is slowly but surely nagsa-scale up siya. And maybe one mistake could actually turn things around kasi sobrang daming shutdown gold ng university. Pero kasi hindi sila binibigyan ng opportunity to do so. Kasi walang big team fights na nangyayari na may man advantage kasi yung Ouroboros eh.
Yeah, I mean, kailangan nila mag-group of us 5. As I said, like, the entire time na notice mo nga, Dash, they've been fighting on a 3v5.
Yeah.
Like, any fight with a disadvantage, dun sila nako-caught out here. They need to group up together for one big fight. But then again, they don't have, I think, that much power to, like, actually execute one. They can do a wombo combo, yes, but is it enough to actually take them all down?
True.
Not likely. They need damage more.
At this point in the game, parang hindi pa talaga. I think they need more time. Pero as we are saying that, hindi sila bibigyan kasi ng time ng university to do so. Kaya,
I gotta do that?
Yeah, that's true. Kaya ang hinahanap dito, look at this. Look ang yung ginagawa ni Lumber. Nagpo-push siya sa mid lane. I'm really surprised na nangyari to. Pero ito, nasa likod na si Sunflower. I think the position is good though. If ever makapasok siya, especially against Lumber here, good thing si Quaid nasa likod. And that's why he was able to sniff out what they're gonna do. And parang si Sunflower pa ata yung mamatay. House person is gonna get used. They need to use the Cyclone to go back. Yun na nga ginamit na nila. And they are gonna be using even the Glacial Fissure just to save him. And naubusin sila ng skills doon just because of that one mistake.
Yeah, and again, nanonotice natin the entire game, like, si Sunflower, siya yung nagsasetup dito, but once nawala yung Cyclone niya, hindi siya masyadong kapera dito sa mga team fights natin. Like, mawawala yung role niya dito sa composition na to. And now, Orianas, they need to wait for his ultimate to come out before they can do something again.
Yeah, ang hirap for the side of Ouroboros itong game natin. I think this is looking really good for University. They can even finish the game. Yung 10k gold lead na to and 6 towers down for Ouroboros. Ito yung mga point in the game na nakita naman natin, no? Si Sunflower, he was trying to find an opportunity to go in para makapag-start sila ng turnaround. Pero si Quaid kasi lagi niyang nasisniff out yung gusto nilang gawin which is what the support should do, and it's doing so well for the team.
Yeah, ang ganda nga. Like, the entire time, the University, sa simula pa lang, they already started playing along that bot side. Even though, again, it was a little bit iffy because of that Clet early kill. That group fight really helped them out. But here comes the Pulverized Force Unleash!
Oh, wow!
The Hounds! Pursuit! They're chasing them down. And now that Luxury is gone, they could just look through getting that Baron Pit, but gets to run away because, you know, that's enough. That's a dog. The dog can jump through the wall for some reason.
4v5, ginamit na rin nila in charge yung bot lane nila. There's nobody there to defend it. So, is this free? Is it free ba tong bot lane na to? Oh no, this is not gonna be good. May demolish pa siya. So, this is just gonna be a tower for sure. And that is a third tier tower that we're talking about. And that's not a good thing kasi with that down, look at what he's doing. He's gonna TP sa mukha ni Nictasha para pumunta sa Baron.
That's tough. That's cold. And then again, pinilit ni Sunflower na pumasok dito. But again, challenge the team with a spell book, a smite, and a force unleash. Okay. That's balls, bro. I respect that. I respect that.
Man, grabe yung ginawa ni Chen dito. And yun na nga, I think kumbaga sumasayaw yung Ouroboros sa tune na piniplay ng University the whole game. And yun yung naging mahirap eh. Hans Pursuit, look at this. This is gonna be really fast. And he's gonna be dead. One more dagger and he's gonna be down. Nag-flash in na siya and that's gonna be a kill. That's a reset for Sun. They're gonna go in. They're gonna try to go for the kill. Pero Sun is very tanky din. Nandito na si Silver. Nandito sa likod. Nahuli na yung isa. Pero Sun still surviving in front of everyone. He's not gonna be dying. Art goes in.
Shockwave!
And that's a kill with a shockwave. It's not gonna be enough to get the damage. And Nictasha not gonna be able to get the remount dito sa Sunflower. Will he be able to use anything? No. Tinulak siya sa harap kanina ni Quaid. And that's gonna be a man down. Sun is gonna finish him off. That's a double kill. University is looking to go for the finish. And they're gonna get the 1-0 in this round robin. They're gonna get the first dagger in. And this is a win and a dance in front of Ouroboros.
Yeah, learn and let live here. The University getting the first dub here for Liga Republika Group Stage D. And what a solid performance too. I think Lumber was nearing 300 CS by the end of it. He had 299. Kulang lang siya ng isa dito. And you notice the entire game. Like, they were trying to kill Lumber. It was not enough. They tried to kill Zekriel. It was not enough. That last fight you saw, pinilit nila lahat. Ilagay lahat ng damage kay Lumber. But he's so mobile. It was not enough. They just went all the way to the finish line there for game number 1. And again, putting all of the baskets on Lumber and he delivered. Grabe. Happy Easter.
That's true. And yun nga, sa nakita natin dito for their side now, what's very smart about what they were doing dito sa teams natin, especially for University, nakikita ko rin kasi efforts ng Ouroboros during the whole game. Nagsiset up sila ng ganks, nagsiset up sila ng flanks, pero hindi siya nag-work out kasi usually may nakaharap sa kanila na frontliner for them to not do so. And yun yung maganda dun sa ginawa ng University and that's why it worked out for the team.
Yan. That entire comp, sa atin early on, napaka-iffy yung comp ng the University. Nakita natin yung objective ng Ouroboros, pero mas maganda yung in-execute ng the University later on in that game. They just played along the bot side, nag-regroup sila, they got off picks, and they just snowballed the entire way through. And yan yung pinaka-gusto ko dito about the side of University. They don't mind about the early game kerfuffle, and look at the stats here. It's just all to show here for game number 1.
And this is what happens talaga when it comes to compositions that are built for the early to mid game and compositions that are built for the late game. Kasi in the early game, you can get the objectives. Like what you're seeing here, itong Drakes na to, kinuha nila lahat to, and even the Atakan, nakuha pa rin nila. That is because they have the advantage in the early game and they have more battle stats in the early parts of the game.
Yeah, I think the reason why Drakes and the Void Grubs were taken by Oro here was that early on they had a better comp, but later on every fight would just result into an objective. And look at the total damage dealt. It wasn't even Lumber that dealt the most damage. It was Zekriel who just kept doing Force Unleash, all of the orbs coming down, pati yung Kobe nga sa Golem natagtad pa nga eh. So good job for the side of the University dealing spread out damage here, and even the supports doing well, just keeping the carries alive here. So ban recap there. We might see these champions later on, but a while ago, grabe, good draft here by the side of the University. Used it to full extent.
Very smart. Even having yung first pick Ezreal, hindi ko talaga ina-expect yun. Especially for
That's
first
balls,
pick.
bro.
That's crazy. Sobrang confident nila na pinick nila yun first. And with that, nag-benefit sila as a team, and especially on best of ones, kailangan mo lang talaga patunayan once na ikaw yung may advantage. Pero MVP is still gonna go for Sun on his Nafiri dito sa game natin.
Yeah, I mean, you notice the entire game na Fury, yung early place niya dun sa bot side really gave him so much leverage just to scale up and just assassinate anyone from their side. And notice mo nga too, that entire comp was very squishy for the side of Ouroboros. All the Fury had to do was just go for the backline, and that was where it happened. See, Hans at Leash, they shut down the entire bot lane early on, and they couldn't recover from that at all. The entire game, they was just playing catch up, and for the University, they were just going on ahead with so many kills, and the Fury was just there all throughout the game.
Yeah, and I think one of the things na kailangan nating alalahanin dito sa game na to is how Sunflower needs to think about kung sino i-focus niya talaga for the team. I think mas kinailangan nung focus nung mid lane tsaka nung bot lane kasi sila yung nahihirapan, especially against Lumber on that Ezreal. Hindi makapag-farm si Ban, they won't be able to do anything, and that's why nag-snowball. Especially pag nagsa-snowball talagang isang Ezreal, humihirap yung laro eh.
Yeah, and as long as may oras sila dito para makapag-scale up, 24 minutes, okay na yung Ezreal. Full build na siya. Kung hinayaan mo lang siya. So you need to shut them down if ever. And again, it might not even be the Ezreal. It might just be Lumber doing so well dito sa first game natin. Magpapakitang gila siya na naman parang nung last game lang.
Yeah. And even Sun, especially getting the MVP nung game na yun, very important to point out. Pero again, it was a good performance for the side of University. Kung ganito yung performance nila at magpa-first pick Ezreal sila ulit, I think they have a chance to actually work things out, especially with the star power na meron tayo dito sa team na to.
Yeah, but all action and that when we go back to a break. When we come back, more action for you dito sa group stage natin kasi again, ang lakas-lakas ng mga teams dito. This has been Doc, kasama ko si Dash, Liga Republika, Action and League. More after this quick break.
Keep climbing until we're on top. Leave the shadows below. But oh my man, we've made it to the highest heights singing. Oh my man, oh my man. Hold your head up high. This is our time. Hold your head up high. This is our time. Together we will rise, step into the light. We were born to come alive. Hold your head up high. This is our time.
Push the button, let's get active. Show me how you act when it's action. I gotta warn you, this is different than the practice. Cause battle after battle make a savage. It's what I'm made for. Big mistake, bro. But he doing all he can, can't stay close. Watch out. Let me show you how it's done. Take notes, no way I take a loss. Better pray the game broke. Drop in, walk him down, boom, boom, caught him. Lock in, watch me go to work as if I clocked in. It's been getting out of hand, somebody stop him. You wish you could, I'm too good. Yeah. I make it look easy. I make it look easy. too good. Yeah. I make it look easy. I make it look easy. I'm way too good. I'm way too turned up, heat it up, burn up, put the pressure on them and I probably might hurt some. Watch the moves on me, you might just learn some. Try it and you fail, not the only or the first one. A lot of names on that list who try to stop me, but not a single one of them was copy. I pack them up, I roll them out, I'm serving them some maki. Only way to win is if you copy, but I'm too good. Yeah. I make it look easy. I make it look easy. I'm way too good. I make it look easy. I make it look easy. I'm way too good. I'm about to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up,
Kamusta mga tropa? Nandito na ulit tayo para sa Liga Republika at welcome back sa inyo mga ka-Liga Legends namin. And dito nga nalilikha ang mga alamat. And kami nga pala ulit ang magiging shoutcasters nyo for today. Ako nga pala si Dash at kasama ko si Dropout Candy. And yun na nga, nakita na natin ang unang team na nanalo kanina.
Yeah, it was again the university. I'm gonna keep emphasizing the because it reminds me so much of the Ateneo. The university, you know. Ang ganda laban na ito. Na-notice ka natin again, Lumber plus again Son, Chen, Zekiel.
Everyone.
Last nila. Everyone did pretty good sa ganito.
True. Everyone did their job. Ginawa nila lahat ng mga kaya nila para dito sa game. Nakita naman nating efforts coming in from Ouroboros. So, they still have a chance dito sa susunod na game natin para ma-prove yung worth nila. Kasi, if ever matalo sila dito again at mag-0-2 sila, this is not gonna look good for the team itself.
Yeah, I think that's a guaranteed out already if you go 0-2 dito sa group stage natin. So, kailangan nilang subaybayan dito kasi it's gonna be Ouroboros versus 6 Cents dito sa matchup natin dito. And both of them, as you said, embalmed dito sa graphics natin. Naging ano na siya, naging yellow na. Naging yellow na yung Ouroboros, hindi na siya purple.
Nag-iba yung kulay nung Ouroboros. Nasabihin ko sana dragon pero is it? Pero
Di mo alam.
Oo nga, hindi natin alam. Ito 6 Cents naman, kita mo rin naka-emboss din sila. Napakaganda ng graphics natin. Salamat sa Serial Kitten. And again, paglikha ng alamat, kita nyo yung mga players natin from the side of 6 Cents. Nakita nyo Ouroboros kanina, sila uli yung maglalaro for today.
Yup, and again, Sunflower, Luxuria, Art, Nixtasia, and Van against Old Desire, Psycho, Sin, Tragedy, and Arena here. Six Sense looking really good right now dito dun sa group stage nila eh. But then again, we might see some upsets if Ouroboros can get the win here. Warmed up na sila kalaban ng University. Baka pwede na lang upset tong Six Sense.
Hindi ko alam kung typo yun na tragedy or strategy. Nakita ko
That is true. I just yung utak ko napunta sa tragedy eh.
Na-confused din ako eh. Sabi ko, strategy ba yun?
Tragedy.
Well, sounds the same. It's okay. Pero again, for these players, again, for the game natin, ito na, kailangan nila talaga improve nila for this time. Nakita natin yung Ouroboros, natalo sila before sa Amigos Esports, and now dadagdagan natin yan, natalo sila sa University rin kanina. So this is gonna be 2 losses already for Ouroboros dito sa whole tournament natin.
Yeah, that's scary too kasi if you lose one more game, that's almost a certain na hindi kayo makakapasok dito sa group stage natin.
Yep.
So, it is a must-win for Ouroboros here to stay afloat dito sa group stage. For Six Sense, there's their chance to eliminate someone dito sa group stage natin. But ito nga,
May nag-text
ano nag-text? Ano ang kwentong League of Legends mo? Sabi nga ni Psycho dito ng Six Sense. Grabe, no? Back in the day, nung teenager pa siya, naglalaro siya ng League. And I feel like this is like a very normal...
Gawin natin siyang radio drama do. Okay, so gawin natin siya. I started playing League back when I was a teenager. Me and my friends would queue up almost every day just for fun at first. But after a while, we started taking it more seriously. We joined small teams, played in a few local tournaments, and tried to see how far we could go. Since then, the goal's been the same. Go pro, I love the game, and I want to keep pushing myself to reach that level. Ito yung mga story ng mga aspiring professional talaga, no? Ito talaga yung sinisimulan nila.
Yeah.
We had fun, so we're now gonna go serious, then we're gonna go pro. Yun yung madalas
yung
talaga nangyayari sa kanila, no?
Yung mga kwentong naglaro ako nung maliit pa ako, tapos naging magaling ako, tapos seryosohin ka na kasi mahal ko pa rin yung laro, no?
True.
It feels like a sign of, development, growth, passion for the game.
Kala ko sasabihin mo a sign of aging eh.
Uy, wala naman, grabe naman. Sign of, syempre naman kapag maglalaro tayo ng League, kailangan nating subaybayin yung mga patches, di ba? Grabe naman yung mga panahon ko. May revive pa, di ba? My God.
Totoo.
May rally pa dun sa amin. My God.
May favorite ako dati, yung Zizurot dati, paborito ko
Uy, Zizurot Portal. Lalo mo pa, may manapots pa tayo nun.
Oo, yun pa.
I remember.
Dagdagan mo yan. Yes. And dati si Graves, hindi pa pakalat yung yung attacks niya
Oo.
dati, di ba?
Isa-isa pa lang yan. Yung Q niya pang shotgun, pero yung auto-attack pa lang yan.
Dapat kung kailangan nagsisimula ng League of Legends, alam mo yung sa college, yung may batch ka. Kanyari, batch 2011, ganyan. Parang mga ganun. Dapat may ganun yung mga League of Legends players. Anong batch
sa
mo?
League kasi, yung batch ko, batch season 2. Yun, diba? Mga ganun.
Dapat hindi mo sinabi mo 2020 ka lang eh.
Hindi. Kailangan ko patunayan na OG ako. Season 2, naalala ko pa, may icon pa ako dun sa account ko para makita nyo na Season 2 player ako.
Same. Meron ka Season 2 icon nung yung rank mo nung Season 2.
Yes.
Yan,
yes. I still have that.
Same. Sorry guys.
Ano bang rank nun? Bronze?
Ako, silver ako nun eh. Nung
Silver ka? Grabe. Ako bronze lang ako eh. Medyo baguhan pa lang ako. Yung Tristana ko, nagsi-0-16. Tapos nire-report ako ng mga kampi ko. Mga ganun. Pero yun papasok na tayo dito sa draft days natin. Napahaba ang kwentong LOL namin at nakalimutan natin pag-usapan ang 6 cents.
Namin guys. Mamaya naman yung namin. Meron kami sariling text na para sa amin lang mamaya. Pero eto, game na tayo. Twisted Fate, no? Hindi natin siya nakita last game. Pero ito, one of the most banned to sa MSI today. Pero surprisingly, walang gumamit yan kanina.
Yeah, and again, like napaka-flexible siya. He's so easy to use. You just pick a card, press the stun, tapos stun na. Sila na bahala magda-damage. No? Pantheon's also gone, as you said, very prominent champion dito. This entire tournament, possibly all other tournaments too. Pantheon's just a solid jungler dito sa meta.
Sobrang lakas. I think he's the strongest pick currently. Kaya I think Pantheon always warrants a ban. Sobrang dali ng kit niya, and also with the damage that he deals in the early parts of the game, sobrang laking value. Rumble, binan rin to during our last game, so hindi natin siya makikita ulit.
Yeah, and Rumble, again, nakita nila yung lakas dito sa games na nilaro kahapon. So it is apparent nga na kailangan nilang tanggalin to. And yeah, I feel like Talia is another pick that has to be accounted for. If not Talia, it has to be like a TF or something. So there are some picks na we might see here. Particularly a Varos, a Nazir is still out, a Nico is still up.
Actually, Nico,
a lot of the ADCs are still alive here, so Vi getting banned. So a lot of priority dito sa mga top mid and jungle picks natin.
The question here is kung sino yung susunod na ipipick nila dito. Varus could be available in this game. If ever ipa-priority nila yung Varus dito, could be good. Pero
Nocturne.
kanina, Nocturne yung baban nila. Honestly, a lot of the bruisers talaga in the jungle usually gets banned. Lalo na kung madali yung way ng pag-engage nila sa mga fights. Itong tatlong to, sobrang dali nung engage nila sa fights. That's why they're getting banned easily.
Yeah, so now the objective is,
There you
do you slam the Varus first? And do you give the other side second pick here? And that is gonna be the case. Varus is a good first slam. Possibly a Wukong out on 2 here for the side of 6 cents.
Yeah.
But Xin Zhao is also an available option for them.
Actually, pwede nga sila mag-Xin Zhao. Even the Trundle could be a good pick here if ever they need something easier. But the Lucian against the Varus, not sure about the matchup unless magkaroon sila ng magandang support dito to complement that Lucian. Yeah, I think the Braum is gonna be super helpful, especially sa build na ginagawa nila currently kay Varus. The Lucian Nami.
Lucian Nami. So,
classic.
I'll never, if hindi Lucian Braum, Lucian Nami yung sagot.
Yeah.
Aggressive eh. So, it does need 6 cents to get attack dito sa top lane kasi wala ka silang Braum, diba? So, getting another strong mid lane with the Annie, possibly a Wukong. I'm still waiting for that Wukong pick dito sa side. Napakalakas pa nga kung nakuha nila yung Wukong. That's 3 of the strongest picks dito sa meta natin.
Currently, totoo. Even the
Xin Zhao, okay.
I think the Xin Zhao is good, especially if they are looking for this early game composition na ginagawa nila currently. I think with the amount of crowd control that they have, with this 3 pa lang, ang ganda ng engage na sa first objectives natin.
Yeah, and this does give room for 6 cents to pick someone else. Jarvan, Jarvan. I'm okay with the Jarvan, but like there was a Wukong there. True. Maybe could have gotten that, but Jarvan is a choice. Now we're gonna get into the next set of bans here, top and possibly mid-focus bans here for 6 cents. And for Oro, particularly, I think they still need to ban the mid, they still need to ban the top. I think for 6 cents, supports, they need to get banned. Yeah, Renata Glass, yep, that's a good combo here for the Varus. It's a big issue right now.
Honestly, yung Varus talaga yung magiging problema nila. Especially if kumuha sila ng aggressive na support against that Lucian once they hit, even though malakas yung damage yung Lucian namin in the first 3 levels, if magkaroon sila ng aggressive support dito like maybe a Nautilus, even the Alistar from a while ago, ang lakas nun. Pag nag-start sila ng fight, for sure may mamamatay dito sa dalawang to.
Yeah, I think 6 cents, if they're still gonna keep on banning supports, maybe a Leona yung pwedeng iban nila dito. Ang ganda ng lockdown ng Varus Leona dito. Alistar is a good ban, but I feel like Oros might be opted to play that Leona pick. It's a good support, very bulky too na pwede pang frontline and do anything here. For the side of Oro though, they're looking to get a mid ban still or a top lane. I think what's a very good top lane right now? Ori? Okay, yeah. Don't let Sin play the Ori. That is good. Hindi sila makapag-wombo combo dito.
They need the Sion. Feel ko kailangan nila ng Sion sa 6 cents for them to work this composition. Kasi if ever they have the Sion here, and problema ko lang kasi tatapatan yun ng Gwen or ng Jax eh. And
That's
I think
true.
Ouroboros could actually fight with the Gwen and Jax with this composition. Kasi ang dami na nilang crowd control eh. So the Gwen and the Jax would benefit from here.
I think Ornn would be a good pick too. Generalizing this composition para makapag Galio mid. That's a good pick para just to disencourage Oro from picking any AP champions moving forward, because if they get more, mas mabe-benefit yung passive ng Galio dito.
I think Rel could be also a good pick para sa Ouroboros. If ever makapag-Rel sila dito,
Rel Leona.
Yeah. Any or Nautilus, honestly, kahit ano dyan, honestly, could be good. Kasi they have the
sports.
Totoo. And honestly, with the dead charge, this could be way easier to set up yung ultimate din ni Varus. So this is gonna be a way easier composition to run para sa Ouroboros.
Yeah. I think Tibbers too, pwede niya i-set up kagad dito as long as ma-hook niya kagad. It's gonna be a good... Wow, they got the Ornn away from Sixth Sense, which again is a good idea because kulang nga sila ng tank dito. They have an AP champion, but they don't have that much damage yet. So they need an AP top lane or magkukulang sila sa damage on that AP department. Instead, they're gonna go full balls to the walls here. They'll pick the Camille instead against this Ornn. Again, good pick overall.
You know what? Just because of that Ornn pick dun sa huli, I kind of preferred a Jax. Honestly, sobrang daming crowd control ng Ouroboros dito sa composition nila. Everybody has one.
Everyone has one.
Yeah. Kaya, ang problema ko lang dito, they might not have enough damage once we step into the mid to the late game. Pero kung yung goal nila is yung ginawa sa kanina ng University, this composition would work well.
Yeah, just keep stunning. Like, just shut one down and then suddenly it's a 5v4. So, ma-disencourage yung Sixth Sense dito para pumasok kasi kulang sila dito sa team fight. And again, you are relying a lot of your resources on Arena here, on that Lucian. So, you need to protect both the Nami and the Lucian at the same time because Nami needs to give resources to the Lucian just to pop off. So, delikado dito sa composition ng Sixth Sense.
One thing that I liked about Sixth Sense and yung idea nila dito, especially for that last pick, Camille could actually help you. Kasi if ever man dahil nga ganyan yung minute nila, not gonna be carrying the game but will be giving a lot of the CC, the Camille would have a lot more leeway to go and deal damage. And dahil nga tanky yung members dito, true damage could actually help out for the side of Sixth Sense.
And Camille potentially has a lot of healing.
Yeah.
He could kill a lot of these tanks here, especially the Nautilus, the Ornn as well. So the only person that you have to worry about is Varus locking you down and potentially 5 members of Ouroboros getting stunning you. Kasi kung na-stun ang Camille, hindi siya makakagalaw. And since kung nag-cooldown yung Inya, hindi siya makakalaro dito.
Yeah, and maganda lang dito, no, yung Ouroboros sobrang all-in nung composition nila, no. Ang maganda dito, Sixth Sense has a way to maneuver those fights kasi nga meron silang pang dash away if ever they need to dash away from the battles na kunyari, naglapag yung Ouroboros ng battle, they can dash in and out of the fights. Kasi if ever malay down ng Ouroboros lahat na ng skills nila, they would have a chance to fight back. So, they need to exhaust as much as they can dun sa mga skills dito ng Ouroboros.
Yeah, it's now big decisions now for Ouroboros. They have a really strong comp. They were given to this on a civil platter by Sixth Sense because they wanted to go for the Lucian Nami comp. And now the big question is if they can execute this perfectly, they can get themselves 1-1 dito sa scoreline. If not, and mananalo dito ang Sixth Sense, nako, 0-2. And that's gonna be your journey dito sa Liga.
Sila yung team na ma-eliminate if ever that happens. And that's why Ouroboros kailangan talaga nila. And honestly, yung ginawa nila dito with their composition is gonna be good. Also, just to note, kanina maganda rin yung composition nila during Game 1. It just comes to the execution kung paano nila lalaruin talaga, even with the composition. Kumbaga, that's the first battle Napanalo niya yung first battle, pero yung second battle, which is the game itself, they need to think about it. Kasi kanina, I think they were lacking with this reaction speed dun sa mga nangyayari sa mapa.
Again, the junglers are gonna have a very important part here. Especially Jarvan, napaka-mobile niya. He can react at a moment's notice. He can EQ or Cataclysm, and it's gonna be the end of your story. Top lane is gonna be an island, I feel like. Kasi nandun yung Ornn, nandun yung Camille para magpa-farm lang sila dito. Wala silang problema. So bot lane, I feel like is gonna get the most action dito sa laro na to ulit. Parang nung last game lang.
True. Ganun rin yung mangyari dito sa game natin for today. And feel ko, one thing that's good about this Camille pick, parang pwede ka maglaro like a Jax or a Gwen. Pwede ka mag-side lane. And honestly, hindi ka tatapatan ng Ornn eh. Kasi they won't really win the fight against you. So, ang goal dito ng Ouroboros is to find fights as much as they can. Yun talaga yung gusto nila gawin dito sa game na to.
They have to get picks early on or hindi gagana yung comp nila. They need Illusion to pop up.
True. Yun na nga. And with what we've seen here from our last game, kailangan na yung Ouroboros to step up, especially for this game. They need to think about what they need to do. And ito na nga, magsa-start na ang ating game. This is gonna be our second series of the day. This is Ouroboros versus Six Sense. And yun na nga, kita na natin dito yung mga players natin. We have seen them ready for the battles. And I'm really excited on what they are gonna bring dito sa game natin. So let's see what they are gonna be working with. Right now, we're seeing them thinking things, and also dahil magsa-start pa lang yung game natin, napakaganda nung start ng ating game so far. And ito na nga, and we are gonna be looking for what's next. And will Ouroboros be able to come back from this?
Yeah, let's see. Ouroboros, they are starting off they're starting off the edge of the cliff already. Kasi isang tulak na lang mahulog sila dito. So Six Sense, it is their time to push them off, or maglalaban-laban pa sila dito. Sunflower already so low in HP. Did not commit on the flash yet, pero ang laki na ng HP na nabawasan dito kay Sinjao.
Yep. Nakita ko na to eh. Nakita ko na tong Galio pick na to kanina eh. Sa MSI.
Sa MSI.
Oo,
ano nangyari? Nanalo na talo?
Nanalo ba sila?
Hindi.
Naku
po! Ba't may sinasabi ka kay Six Sense, pre?
Hindi ka lang alam, pero parang maganda yung performance. Simula pa lang, nagpapakitang gilas na agad tong Six Sense eh.
Dali-dali lang gamitin yung Galio, lalapit ka lang, tapos yung passive mo, boom! Half HP.
One combo.
Sarap.
One combo down. One go. Yun talaga yung kailangan. And I think very smart din yung pick na to, no? Especially if you're up against an Annie. Talagang, you can actually, kaya mo bruskuhin, basically, yung Annie in the mid lane.
You just ball out, nasa'yo yung AP shield, no? So, it's free damage coming out from Art. So, as long as he gets the trade properly, Art should be in a disadvantageous spot here against Sin.
Ito. Ito na nga, one thing that I like about this with the Varus pick, Varus has been very strong, no? Varus has been really good, especially for MSI. Hindi mo nga siya makita eh. Sa sobrang good niya, hindi mo siya makita na pinipick ng mga teams dahil nga doon. And going for the on-hit build for sure dito for the side of Van, mas at least they have somebody to rely on when it comes to damage.
Yeah, I think for Van, on-hit pa yung build niya. I feel like mag-yomos ata siya eh, no? Ano bang build niya? Hindi, may little tempo siya. Oo nga. So iba nga yung build. Yung build kasi doon sa MSI, gamit nila. Ano sila? Nakapoke sila. So malakas yung damage. But ano nga, early fight, good usage on that heal. But not much damage for both sides. You just pop 2 sums and that's gonna be it. Good trade between the two of them.
Dalawang sums agad, gamit na agad nila pareho. And I think this is gonna be the story, no, nung clash lane or nung top lane natin, just because of what they're gonna do here. This is gonna be the Camille versus the Ornn matchup. Talagang Camille is just gonna be taking over the lane. Pero ito, all these are gonna be go in. And the flag and drag, kailangan nila mag-flash away, pero they will be able to pull him back. All Desire was able to flash away and he was safe actually.
Ang talino, buti nakita ka agad dito yung Krugs, but they are fighting here 4v4. Is gonna be a wet noodle fight. Gusto ko makita to. Good! Hook! And suddenly, hindi siya makakatakas dito. And a taunt too! To get everyone else on the board. First blood comes through. But it doesn't matter. It's a 2v2 fight. Varus, he needs to poke. Pero kulang siya! Sa little tempo early game, hindi siya masyado malakas. It's Luxoria all left on the board. There's a TP coming through, but it doesn't matter. Irina getting 3 kills early on. Oh my gosh, Ching, cash that in at mayaman ka na muli.
Kinuha ni Psycho yung last kill, pero this is okay. At least 4 kills on the side of Six Sense, 4 for 2 dahil yun sa big fight na nakita natin. And also, this all came down dun sa ginawa rin ni Shin nung early parts of our game. Nakita mo naman nung early game natin, kita niya na nasa bot side na magsa-start sana etong si Sunflower, and because nakita siya doon, nag-start siya sa top side, then they tried to invade yung bot side once they had the timing right. Dahil alam nila na si Old Desire will be on the bot side of the map, they were able to get it.
Yeah, I can't believe they all in on Krugs on the red. That was a very risky fight to go for, especially for Oro na initially, dapat okay na sila, nakatakas na dito, but here comes another fight here, targeting Van, who again just came back from lane. It's just a poke spree from Arena, and another kill coming through. Is it gonna be 4-0 at the start here for Arena and Six Sense? Yes, it is double kill for Arena here, and relentless as they stand, they will go for more and cash it in once again.
What a great snowball. And ito, yung pinaka-ideal na mangyari in our game is how the Lucian Nami will be dominating that. Look at this. Nung first part ng fight na to, tinamaan ng bubble eh. Tinamaan ng bubble si Van, kaya wala na siyang nagawa. There was no damage. Irina could have died if walang tumamang bubble dun. Pero that is just a what if. And this is, eto na-snowball na nila yung lane. This is basic. Honestly, yung lane na to could be
It's
over.
cooked, bro. It's cooked. Sa
Cooked.
simula pa lang, nakita mo lang.
Ayoko sana sabihin eh.
I'll be the one to say, bro, is cooked on the bot lane. Pero right now, Sunflower,
Walang flash si
grabe
Sunflower,
pala. Hindi siya makalaro dito sa kahit man lang makapag-gank dito. Where's the ultimate? Is it gonna go in? Good flash for Tragedy. He's gonna be going in. Does he get the uppercut? Yes, he does. The Q comes in and Shin is there for the rescue. Wala nga lang siyang mana. But is it gonna be enough? They're just poking each other out. Yeah, Stasho, what are you doing there? You're all alone. Art! Naku, hindi na niya niligtas yung kakampi niya. Naku po, it was a fatal mistake. Six Sense, they're taking over this game here. And Art is all alone. Maabutan siya. He needs one good bubble to kill him. Is it gonna land? Is it gonna land though? Nako, mabilis nga siya. May speed dun sa Molten Shield. Okay.
Yeah, nakapag Molten Shield siya. He was able to get away. Pero look at this, no? Lumaban kasi sila dito. They had no vision. Hindi nila alam kung nasan si Tragedy before even starting this fight. Honestly, yun lang yung surprising thing for me from what Ouroboros did dito. And after that, nag-snowball na naman in favor of Six Sense. 2k goldie this early in the game. Pero ito, they're trying to stop the bleeding by trying to gank this bot side.
Yeah, and again, as I said, I think that this Nautilus pick in hindsight is a good pick. But against this very aggressive comp that needs Lucian to get stunned most of the time, I really feel like that Leona pick could have been worth it here early on. But Art, comboing with Tibbers, does he get away? Nope, very tanky. Hindi siya mamamatay. Naku, si Van na naman! Mag-isa, Irina! Again, very aggressive here kasi alam nila kahit may lethal tempo siya, kung wala siyang items dito, they can just continue going in. They're not gonna let this be a passive lane. Kailangan aggressive sila dito as they come.
Yeah, as long as they don't have the death charge para sa side dito ni Luxuria, hindi sila matatakot talaga na labanan sila as long as they can. And one thing that's scary about this is once they start getting the level 6, may tidal wave na si Psycho nun. So even if they go in, hindi makaka-follow up agad si Van.
Oh, brother, he has Essence River. Oh, yeah, that's
8 minutes.
8 minutes. 8 minutes Essence River. It's not even, it's sub 8 minutes Essence River. That's impressive. And guys, if you don't know what Essence River does, all of your auto attacks give mana back. So, every fight, Lucian, hindi niya kailangan mag-back. He doesn't have to worry about mana anymore. He can just keep auto-attacking, he'll get his mana back.
Yep. May Void Grubs na, nakaposition na sila dito sa top side. Flag and drag to get the stun, or rather get the knock up dito sa top side, and that is gonna finish it. Demasha as they come, and Old Desire takes the kill.
Yeah, and Desire, man, ang ganda. Ang ganda ng simula ng game, and this could be a means to an ends to a means here. They could just snowball the entire thing out and let Six Sense get this. But Oro, they still need to catch up. It's still not over. But then again, ang hirap ng asikasuhin yung bot lane, especially the ADC, because he's already got a core item in, and Varus is still trying to get his first item.
And yun nga daw, kaya ang hirap nito, 6-0 on a Lucian. And siya yung basically ayaw mo mangyari yun. Yung ayaw mo mas-snowball yung game.
That's the worst possible scenario, bro.
And honestly, wala silang magagawa talaga dito. At at least until the Varus gets 2 items. Pero hindi tayo aabot sa point na yon if ever na ituloy-tuloy ng Sixth Sense to.
They have to keep pressuring them. That's the objective for Sixth Sense right now. They have the advantage. They have to be aggressive, especially dito sa mga jungle. Cause Sunflower, nagawa niya kanina, pero namatay siya doing it. He tried to go to the other side, tried to steal some camps, but it didn't work out for him because he needs to get resources just so that he can get the levels up against this Jarvan. But now, you can see here the rest of the map. Ang hirap ng Tozen kasi lumipat na lang yung Lucian, bumalik nga lang siya dito kasi nag-farm siya dun sa top side eh.
Yeah, kailangan lang rin kasi siya dun sa Void Grubs fight natin kanina. Pero honestly, hindi sila kailangan eh kasi napatay na rin ni Old Desire kanina si Sunflower even before they were needed. And makakapag-cash in pa sila ng 1 or even 2 na plates dito sa bot side. So that's more money para kay Irina.
Now Irina, man, so many plates too. Ang yaman na niya.
Nag-crash pa yung wave. Ay, yun lang. Ang hirap nito kasi nagka-crash pa yung wave nila and they get the advantage again. So, this game, it's looking like it's over pero parang kaya pa rin naman ito ng side ng Ouroboros. The next Drake fight is gonna be happening in just a bit. Right now, Luxuria is trying to position himself dito pero Irina, bit too risky yung position niya kanina doon but they are gonna be trying here to maybe find the fight. Pero parang pinifeel out pa nila. Culling is gonna get used. They already used the chain of corruption. Nandito tayo sa likod. Flash in. Goes in for the fight. Death charge. Tama ba siya bago siya mamatay? Yes! Nakuha niya muna yung kill! Cataclysm to stop them with a hero sentence to actually get the kill. Sunflower stops them. And the taunt won't be able to get the kill. Pero in the end, nakuha pa rin nila siya. And this is gonna be 3 kills for 1. Yes, nakuha nila yung shutdown gold. Pero at what cost? They lost 3 people and a Drake dun sa laban natin na yon. And that is another win for Sixth Sense in this fight. And man, oh man, sobrang hirap nito for the team. They're already starting the Drake. Art is getting dive and wala silang magagawa doon. Rampage coming in for Shin. And this is over. Right now, Sixth Sense with a 5k gold lead at 11 minutes in the game. Hindi mo to madalas makita. It's looking like Sixth Sense wants to take this home and let Ouroboros go home. Right now, Sunflower, timing, saktong-sakto sana, pero Old Desire was able to get it. Right now, gonna go in for the flag and drag. Di yata siya magsusurvive dito kasi the 1v1 is gonna go for in favor of the Shin Zhao. And that is Sunflower taking down a kill for the team. At least getting some shutdown gold, but it doesn't matter. Taunt comes in. And Irina going into the backline. Si Banle, magiging target niya. Chain of Corruption is not yet up. And Luxuria is gonna be rather sacrificing his life para makuha nila yung kill. And even on the top, tragedy ensues. And that's another kill for the side of Sixth Sense. 18-4. Mga tropa, yung game natin 18-4 at 12 minutes in the game. And it's looking pretty hard para sa team natin. Oh man, Ouroboros, what can they do here para makapag-comeback? Sixth Sense is looking golden this game. And nakakuha pa nga si Tragedy dito. Tidal Wave. Onto the mid lane, ginamit na nila. They're not gonna be getting any more plates dito sa mid side of the map natin. Wala rin kasi silang vision, so they're not gonna be trying to contest that. And look at Shin. Shin is just building pure tank dito sa team nila. And it's not even gonna matter kasi with this, they have a tank, they have a front line. And look at the head-to-head na meron tayo dito. Look at this. Level 8, 8 kills for Irina dito sa bot lane. Grabe. Almost completing that second item at this point. Yes, naka-Blade of the Ruined King dito si Van. Pero, is that gonna matter at this point? He needs to get the second item in order for this damage to matter for the team. Right now, no objectives are in sight. Looking at the map, Sunflower is looking to go for the top side and maybe even get the kill against Tragedy. Wala silang ult on their side though. Tragedy goes in for the flash. A flash in and then siya. The knockup comes in. Old Desire is gonna be going, but the timing's just right. And that Cataclysm stops them from getting any more kills. And Old Desire is gonna cash in. Sunflower, yung magiging next na target dito. He's gonna be falling down. And that's it. That's all the kills still going for the favor of Sixth Sense. And they're looking like a very strong team currently. And wala akong nakikitang way para makapag-comeback sila dito just because of the 7k gold lead at this early stage of the game. Shin, almost dying. Sobrang lakas ng turret natin at this point in the game, but Shin is still not gonna be backing off. Even without the vision, right now nahuli si Irina. Pero with the calling, he was able to get the kill. He's gonna go and fight, try to get him to half-life. But Psycho is just gonna be backing off. All Desire is gonna be here. Bubble's not gonna hit, gonna get the 2 kills. Shutdown goal comes in, pero he's just gonna be taken down in the end. Already good, honestly, not bad. Good step para sa side nila na actually maka-comeback dito sa game natin, pero still 7k gold lead, still a big lead for the team. And right now, medyo mahirap to. And currently, how are they gonna be fighting back? There's a lot of ideas that I'm seeing here for the team, pero it might be hard for them to come back from this, especially whenever you pick a Xin Zhao in your team, you're expecting to win the early game. And if you won't be able to fulfill yung early game advantage nyo sana, dun nagiging mahirap yung trabaho natin dito, especially for their team. Currently, they are just gonna be struggling, and this is looking really good for the team. And right now, we are gonna be waiting for the potential comeback dito ng team natin dito, especially for the side of Ouroboros. But right now, with the Rift Herald available, Sixth Sense is gonna be taking it for themselves. Right now, they got the taunt. Right now, even the tank, they don't care. Luxuria might fall, pero buti na lang nabuhay siya. Good thing he was able to survive, pero Rift Herald, no contest ang mangyayari dito. And this is gonna be taken easily by the side of Sixth Sense. And right now, still waiting. Honestly, eto na. Ang kapag-start na sila ng objectives nila, they already got what they needed. Items are up. Rapid fire cannon already on the hands of Irina. So this is gonna be hard. Honestly, guys, ang hirap nito. Itong game na to, ang hirap nito. 22-6. You guys know this. Pag ganito kalaki yung advantage at this early in the game, usually it's over at this point. Pero lumalaban pa rin ang Ouroboros. There's still a chance, and sabi nga natin, all in yung comp nila, and wala pa naman tayo nakikitang 5v5 battle. So the next big fight is gonna be what they need. They need to bank on yung next big fight. Cataclysm, ginamit nila kay Luxuria, wala siyang help dito. Even Sunflower is gonna bail him out. And all Desire, oh man, timing was perfect again. Saktong-sakto na naman dun sa ating Drake na nandun sa bot side. Wala silang magagawa. Strategy on the top side. Tinamaan siya dito. Pero at what cost? Right now, Strategy could still go out. Pero shutdown comes in. And that works out. At least nakuha nila yung kill doon in the end.
What is it enough though? Napaka-heavy na ng sitwasyon dito ng Ouroboros na Sixth Sense, they could just do whatever they want. They have mid under proposition and they can't do much. They get the ult too, but it just whiffs out. Irina, as long as buhay siya, it's gonna be a huge threat here. Wind becomes sliding here for the side of Sinjao. Good bubble just to stop them down. They need to kill Irina, but it is not possible. He keeps getting healed. He keeps getting shut down, but there's no way for Irina to get killed here in this scenario. It's a triple kill for Irina, and Art, that's a quadra kill for Irina. Does he get healed? Doesn't even matter. Just put yourself down on the ground. That's an ace for the side of Sixth Sense.
Good ace coming in from Sixth Sense, and Ouroboros 28-8 yung scoreline natin. Kasama pa dyan yung mga Void Grubs natin. And the Rift Herald is gonna go to the mid lane. Take down na nila yan 7 seconds, or rather 1 second bago pumunta si Sunflower dito at mabuhay siya. But they are still pretty much alive. Let's take a look at the replay nung fight na yon. Look at this. Even if they were trying to kill Irina dito sa likod, just using the flash and barrier was able to bail him out. And even that big bubble na napatama ni Psyche doon was very crucial for them to win that fight.
Yeah, this time around, this 5-stun comp did not stun anyone at all. They stunned to get 8, and now it's 28 kills for the side of Sixth Sense. 2 more and maybe you could probably divide it by 6, but now Sixth Sense, kahit anong gawin nila dito, I feel like it's a straightforward march to victory here, unless Ouroboros can do something about it. Sunflower out of position once again. He's not having a good game right. I feel like this is a very apparent like scenario. Simula kanina pa, like he tries to get some leverage here, but now he's trying to fight, but it feels like it's all for naught as Atakan is just right around the corner too, but Tragedy striking once again here and another kill to the scoreboard of 6 cents.
And honestly, yung goal sana kasi nung Shinzao nila na sila yung magkakaroon ng advantage in the early game. Pero hindi kasi nila nagawa yun. And mahirap talaga whenever Shinzao won't be able to get it. He's one of the safest jungle picks that we have other than the Pantheon for sure. Pero if they won't be able to get what they needed, mas mahihirapan talaga sila na mahihirapan. And right now, nangyayari yun dito sa game natin. In Tragedy, hindi pa makalaban dito si Niktasha even in this 1v1. Hindi siya maka-join dun sa 5v5. So, it's looking really hard for Ouroboros.
Yeah, he needs to keep farming too. Now that Atakan spawned, I feel like 6 cents can just go right there and take it without any contest whatsoever. Like, they have the entire jungle under vision already for 6 cents. Like, they don't have to worry about it. They're the threats in the jungle right now. Para sila yung large mob boss. And yun na nga, here we go, canceling the ultimate just to get a shot here. But Tragedy, he gets the kill, the solo bolo, and he might get two. Baka mauntogan ata dito ni Nictasia, trying to get a solo kill off his own. But does he have enough HP? Get the uppercut, gets the E! But Bellowing's breath, Nictasia gets the solo bolo.
One more precision protocol, yun na sana yung kill for their side. Pero still, what a great highlight.
Binugay.
Nakita natin yun sa highlight natin for sure. Pero kailangan nyo daw kasi ng highlight reel for Tragedy.
True.
And yun na nga, Atakan is getting started here. Right now, 30-9, 10k gold lead, Infinity Edge already built for Irina.
How sarap.
So, this is crazy. 3 items na siya at this point in the game. Wala.
That's 75% crit rate with, I think, 50% more crit damage. That's a lot. And I think now, any item, like, you could just it's either you full crit, you get a lifesteal item, but you don't need the lifesteal item kasi nandiyan yung Nami. So you could just go full damage. Yun lang yung proposition dito ni Irina. Ano yung pag-iisipin ko for yung next luxurious item dito sa items ko?
Yeah, wala talaga eh. Right now, they're gonna be starting the fight. Tidal Wave is gonna be used right there and then Heroes
the Forge
gonna
God!
be bailing me out. But Old Desire fell down. Ito na yata hinahanap
3v5
ng laban.
though.
All out 5v3. This is not a good fight that they're gonna be taking. Right now, they're gonna be backing off. Hindi nila kailangan labanan to kasi ito yung gustong laban ng Ouroboros. Okay. And with this, right now, nakita na naman natin yung kill nila dito. And it's actually working out. At least they're getting some shutdown goals here for the team. Nagiging maganda sana yung idea dito. Pero even with that, kailangan pa rin nila si Nictasia na pumunta kung nasan si Tragedy kasi if hindi, mapupush niya lang talaga na mapupush yung side lanes natin. And sobrang deep na kasi ng side lanes natin.
Here's the taunt!
Onto the backline, meron silang taunt. And that is gonna be it. What a good kill coming in from Art. And that's a good stun. Two
Wait
kills
lang!
and a shutdown coming in for Van.
May nangyayari na mga kaibigan! Pwede pa sila maglaro dito ng Oro. Pero 6 cents, tignan natin kung may sagot sila dito. Not a lot of damage on the board though. It's just the Camille. Is he just gonna EQ Cataclysm? No, not quite. He's not gonna risk that. That's too much damage.
Yep, nakita natin yung damage kanina, especially for Art. Yun nga yung hinahanap nila. If ever they always find yung mga opportunities na ganun, this is gonna go good for the team. Right now, si Irina, pag na-target siya nung Annie, especially with the flash, could be a good idea para sa kanila. Pero, it all comes down kung may flash siya. And ngayon, wala na kasi ginamit niya kanina.
Yeah, I think Nami needs to get that cleanse. Does he have Mikhails?
Meron.
Is Mikhail still in the game? Okay, Mikhails is still in the game. Okay, so now he has a cleanse, but that needs to be taken care of. Tragedy tries to go solo, but not enough damage on the board. Art saves him. EQ, Cataclysm. Art goes for the combo. Grand entrance, here comes the wave. Irina goes wild! Pero kaya ba niya? They have to target Irina, but that's not enough. Patay na si Van, and the rest of Ouroboros, they're getting eaten out by the entire team of Six Sense, and they're looking to gain the game from here.
No TP for Nick Tasha. He needs to go for the recall. Pwede nila tapusin yung game na to. Even with the Horn of the Forge God, hindi magiging effective to against their side. Right now, they're gonna try to go for the finish. Horn of the Forge God is gonna get used. They have the towers. At least, na-clear niya yung wave. So, that's a good thing para sa kanila. They bought themselves some time.
Yeah, but how much time is it gonna last though as the objectives come up in just a bit? You can see the timer coming in for Baron, but look at the fight a while ago. Grand entrance very close by too as the Cataclysm goes down, and Irina just popped off. Relentless pursuit here, and they couldn't do anything. There was no contest. They couldn't stun everyone all at once. They could only stun one person. They don't have the Annie up in front to multi-stun all of them, and that just gave them another fight to themselves.
Yep, yun na nga eh, nahanap lang nila to, and now they have the objectives, the big objective in their eyes dito sa susunod na minute natin. So with that, the Baron is gonna be up, so they could start and take this Baron para sa side dito ng Six Sense, kasi feel ko kayang-kaya nila to eh. At this point in the game na sobrang fed nila, pwede nila i-start to anytime and matatapos nila ng mabilisan to.
Inihintay lang talaga nila ma-spawn yung Baron eh. So this is the time na mabuhay yung Baron, and they're just gonna take it. No problem. 25-minute game. This might be done in probably under 30 minutes perhaps. As long as they get the Baron, and no problems arise. This should be wraps. Unless Oro can go for a huge setup na ginawa nila from a while ago. No, it's a little bit too late for that. Unless pipilitin nilang labanan to, which won't be the case this time. Yeah, the TP comes in, but all for naught. They already got it already.
Yeah, a bit too late na nakita nila yung kasi they were able to see it even before it started kasi nakita nila si Shin na nagtatry mag-clear nung vision, nung control ward na meron sila. So, it was a bit too late dun sa TP nung spellbook ni Luxuria doon. Pero with this Baron, they can look to finish the game. Feel ko magre-recall lang sila just to get their items, then they're gonna try to finish it.
And even then, there's still a chance. You saw a while ago na staggered yung team fight ng Six Sense kanina, yung nanalo yung Oro. So, they need that type of fight. They need to catch someone off position so that they can give themselves an advantage dito on this upcoming team fight. Kasi in a bit, para magsaspawn ata yung Dragon eh. Yeah, it's gonna be in probably in like 2 minutes or so, 1 minute and 30. But that's gonna be a huge timer for them. Six Sense, they have the Baron, they can just walk right in.
And ito, pwede na sila mag-start right now onto the mid. Wala sila masyadong wave clear to finish this. They need to go into the backline.
Cataclysm,
Wala sila magagawa. No flash from Van. And nakuha agad nila itong backline. Irina is gonna be the target onto the back. Pero makukuha ba nila yung kill? No, it's not gonna work out. Tinamaan sila pareho ng bubble, and this is gonna be it. Niktasha is gonna be the next target. Eto na, matapusin na nila. Niktasha! Oh, yung kill actually, that's good. Pero it's not gonna be enough. It's a bit too late. Yung shutdown na nakuha nila. An ace comes in for Six Sense, and they're looking to finish this game. This game is over. Ouroboros did their best, pero they're gonna be the ones eliminated dito sa ating group na to, and Six Sense will be moving forward to fight against the other team, the University, na nanalo rin kanina.
Yeah, and this time it's very important to giving a chance for them to get a bye or a higher seeding dito sa playoffs natin. As Six Sense already securing this, very important. But again, commiseration still to Ouroboros. He did one hell of a show, and honestly, more power to you, man. Ang haba ng bracket natin dun sa open qualifiers. Napaabot ka lang dito, you should be proud of yourselves.
Honestly, totoo yan, totoo yan. Lalo na pag nakaabot ka dito, makaabot ka even onto the playoffs, it's gonna be insane actually. Insane na nakaabot sila at this point, pero it was a good try for Ouroboros. They had the right ideas. Honestly, yung mga comp na binibuild nila, they always have the right idea, pero the execution, dun lang sila naglalak a bit, pero it was still a good try. Nakita natin yung Six Sense, they stuck with what they know best, yung Lucian Nami, and dahil naka-snowball yun, wala, panalo sila.
It was all determined on that early fight near that red buff blue side, and that was really a big indication of how Six Sense wanted to perform. They knew they had the lead, ang ganda ng snowball potential nila. They gave it all to the Lucian, and he performed to an extent. Yun nga, sometimes ka nagtapon siya dun sa ilalim ng turret, but again, It's
Yeah.
him. That's
Doesn't
Serena.
matter
What
at
do
that
you want
point.
Serena to do? You know?
Totoo. At that point, parang sobrang laki na ng advantage nila. So even with the shutdown gold, it's not gonna matter. Pero nakakita tayo ng ng
Glimpses.
moments of brilliance for para kay Van. Nakukuha siya ng mga shutdown nung mid part ng game natin. Pero wala eh. Look at that. 61k to 38k yung gold natin this game.
Parang lahat yun napunta kay Lucian eh. No?
Totoo.
Napakayaman nga. So yeah, all of the towers, all of the drakes too. The one time na nakuha nga ng drake ng Ouroboros is when they staggered team fighted 6 cents and sila nga nagkaroon ng advantage doon. If actually nagbato sila doon sa side na 6 cents, they could have had a chance. But again, 6 cents a little bit too smart for that. They opened their third eye and they knew what was coming. And you saw the damage coming out. 27k for that Lucian. 25k on Tragedy. The rest of the team doing well as well. Everyone, I think, having positive scorelines here for the side of 6 cents.
Yeah, grabe yung scorelines nila dito for the side of 6 cents. And yun na nga especially with the drafting, very smart din yung last pick dito ni Tragedy going in for that Camille against the Ornn matchup. Especially in the later stages of the game, alam mo kung ano mangyayari. Magsa-side lane siya, itatry niya i-1v1 or i-pull yung attention ni Tasha every time tapos hindi siya mananalo. So, it was a hard sell for me dun sa last pick rin dito ng Ouroboros.
Yeah, I mean, it was a last pick talaga dun sa 6 cents, no? Getting that Camille out just to counter that Ornn too. As long as they have winning lanes, they can play the game. And that's what it's all about. No matter how many picks nga na nasa meta na yon, as long as you know what you're doing, yun. Doon talaga yung magpapalaganap ng skill dito sa Liga Republika. And now, MVP, is even the Lucian, bro. Just give it to the fish. Tagabigay ng HP, tagabigay ng attack damage, AP, kahit anong gusto mo sa buhay. Yan, Nami ang nagpapalaga. 32! That's 32 assists, bro. Nag-participate siya sa lahat ng kills. Ibisipan ko lang.
Yung KD niya dito sakto 34. 34 flat.
What?
Yung KD niya dito sa game na to. So, it's crazy na ganito. MVP, very well deserved for Psycho dito sa game natin. And also, kita mo yung mga bubble niya this game? Yung mga bubble niya tumatama lagi. And sobrang crucial ng mga bubble na yun kasi usually 2 people lagi yung tinatamaan niya.
Yung mga bubble na yun, yung reportable, no?
Oo,
reportable by Riot, di ba?
Ayun, natin mo yan, no? Kapul na naman.
Grabe. And again, it is like hindi nga yung bubble yung importante. Like it's who she's bubbling. Yung ADC, yung mage, yung Annie. Again, like the important targets yun yan pinafocus, and again, they're giving the Lucian the space to shine. And no matter how many kills the Lucian gets, nasa backside lang yung namin, nagso-support lang dun sa buong buhay niya.
And ito nga nakita natin dito, no, yung points in the game in where after this fight, yung points in the game na akala natin may chance sana yung Ouroboros if ever makakapag-cash in sila nung lahat ng mga objective bounties, yung mga bounties on the heads of the players themselves. Kasi look at this, already at this point in the game, naka-rage blade na kanina si Van. So I was thinking pwede na sana mag-scale to, pero it might be a bit too late kasi sobrang in the lead nung 6 cents sa game na to, kaya they weren't able to cash it in.
Yeah, it's more of a win-more scenario nga for 6 cents kasi nanalo na sila, tapos mas mananalo pa sila kasi ang ganda ng comp nila just to support that snowball. So, yeah, good games for the side of 6 cents. Commiserations once again to the Ouroboros. But now, the last game for today, perhaps, it is gonna be the University and 6 cents for a chance to get the higher seeding dito sa group stage natin. More action and more dito sa Liga Republika. Once again, my name is Dropout Candy. Kasama ko si Boss Dash. We'll be back for the last series for today. Hope you're still here, Liga Republika. We'll be back after this quick break.
The longer that I wait, I'll fall deeper in your game. Tell me now for my own sake, just for my own sake. The chances I'm taking, impatiently aching. You're the one I've been chasing. You are my craving. If you want honesty, I'll cross all the lines that I drew. Forget about second
Tell me, babe, you wanna leave this town? I'm saying, love her if you wanna go, I'm down. 'Cause darling, we were made for bigger things. This place keeps killing our dreams. Let's go, love. I'm saying it's tired of waiting. We can leave this whole place behind. Yeah. Let's go, love. I'm saying it's tired of waiting. We can leave this whole place behind. Tell me, babe, you wanna leave this town? I'm saying, love her if you wanna go. I'm down.
Nagbabalik tayo muli sa Liga Republika, the last day for the group stage. Ako nga muli, si Dropout Candy, at kasama ko na yon si Boss Dash, and here we go. The last one to determine the last two slots, and it's already guaranteed already. The University and Six Sense. What do you have for us, Dash?
Yeah, etong dalawang team na to, pareho na sila, naka 1-0 sila, na takedown nila pareho si Ouroboros. That's why they're not gonna be moving forward. Pero etong dalawa, they will be moving forward. Seeding na lang ang laban nila pareho dito. And we've seen them both. Pero mas nakita natin yung domination dito ng Six Sense from our last game. Pero on the other hand, we can definitely see na magiging maganda yung series, or rather, etong match na to for both of them.
I'm very excited dito. Because again, on one side we have Lumber, and on the other side we have Arena. Two very aggressive ADCs. One wants to scale and one wants to go ham. Based on their pool, na hindi pa natin nakita lahat ng gilas nila, no? Baka meron pa silang secret dito. May Lucian, may Estriel, ano pang pwede nilang laruin.
Yeah, yun nga yung gusto ko makita eh, kung ano yung pull out ni Lumber dito for the team, kasi he has been the star to show from the last game. Even though he didn't get the MVP, yung focus natin most of the time was the fights that are happening in the bot lane. Pero nakita rin naman natin kung gaano kalakas yung bot lane ng other side, no, ng Six Sense. So I think it could be up for challenge, up for grabs pa rin yung bot lane domination natin.
Yeah, bot lane again, and we can't really forget the supporting cast for both of these teams. Again, we've seen Sin, we've seen who have we seen? we've seen a lot of good support out of everyone. Again, like parang yung nakikita ko lang talaga dito is yung dalawang ADC na nagpa-pop off, and then everyone's like, okay, I'm gonna do my job, kayo na bahala sa buhay niyo.
True. Even si Psycho, even on that Nami kanina, no, kita naman natin kung gaano sila kalakas talaga. So, this is gonna be a toss-up between kung ano yung pipick nila when it comes to the drafts. As I think both of our teams really know how to draft well. Kasi kanina, for Sixth Sense's side, the reason why they won is nag-pick sila ng dalawa, then the other picks were just counters. And that is good. They were not even playing for or rather drafting for the team itself. Nagda-draft sila against the other squad.
And that, again, that's a good idea. Like in draft, in draft wise, in the best of one, where there's no fearless draft to worry about, you just have to worry about this game in particular and not the other game. And that is where the counter picks would be important. Now we have the side of Sekriel, again Son, who did pretty well on his jungle role a while ago, and but again Psycho, Sin, Old Desire, these are pretty prominent like players that you have to watch out for, because you said aggressive yung picks nila, very snowbally, and I would not be surprised if this goes to a 25-minute game or a very long game, because they love to skill as well for the side of the university.
Honestly, yung parehong games natin, I think 20 plus minutes lang. Less than 30 minutes yung pareho. I think this could lead to 40-45 minute game. Etong last game natin, because of how good both of these teams are. And a lot more to point out is how they're gonna be performing, especially yung parehong ADC natin. But now, let's take a look at this. Yung match history ng Sixth Sense, they haven't lost a game yet. So, pareho sila. Nakita rin natin kanina yung match history nung university. They haven't lost a game yet then.
Yes, and that is a good point to talk about, no? One of these teams has got to give. Because both of them are undefeated in the group stage and in the open qualifier as well. So now, what are our predictions? Doon natin mapapakita kung sino yung paborito natin on this upcoming matchup. And it feels like it's a little bit different for the both of us, Dash. Bakit nga Sixth Sense ang napilian mo?
Alam ko, itong university, ito rin yung bottom mo ng first game natin, no? So, so me, Sixth Sense, last two games natin sila yung boto ko. I think it's also because of the fact na they know how to counterpick. Honestly, I hope that it's not gonna be too much dun sa mga susunod nating drafts. One of the things that I've seen rin kasi for university is they know how to draft well for themselves. But having, I think, another layer kasi yung marunong ka mag-counter ng other composition. So that's why Sixth Sense has my vote. Ikaw ba?
Yeah. Ako, Lumber, Lucky rin. You already know. that's the dog right there. That's the dog right there. I mean, like even with Lumber on this team, his supporting cast is so good. Like, no matter what Lumber does, the rest will support. It's not even like protect the Lumber. It's like they're right beside him. They're not behind him. They're right beside him dito kalaban for the entire time. And Zekiel doing a good job on that page role. I hope he brings out a little bit more spice dito coming in this last game for today. And for Chen as well, top lane, keep it up. My goodness, man. Like, just hold the top lane. You don't have to do anything. Just do a good job there and no one will blame you for it, no? So yeah, the university pa rin yung pick ko dito. And as I said, one of these teams has got to give the first loss to the other team. And we're gonna be the ones determining it, who it is.
Gusto natin makita ko ano nga ba yung draft nila dito for our game. Kasi with what we've seen from a while ago, they're really good with that. So it all comes down kung paano nila execute yung objective control nila. Like how dominating they were against Ouroboros could be a sign kung ano pa yung kaya nila gawin as a team.
What do they do as a team is gonna be a big proposition dito. But let's get into our last draft phase and the last one as well for the group stage here for Liga Republika, because once it comes to next week, Dash, we're going to playoffs. It's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah, next week and next week magiging playoffs natin for this whole tournament. Very exciting kasi fearless draft na tayo starting from there. So that is when we're gonna be seeing a lot of this. Pero constant theme, no? For the teams na nakalaban ng university na binaban nila yung Zerat ni Zekriel.
Yep. Yeah, don't let him play the Zerat. That's his pocket pick. Don't let don't let Sun play his Naafiri either. Because yan yung mga picks na nakita natin from last game. Is that a Yasuo?
Yeah, that's a Yasuo.
Is that specifically for Sin or is that for Arena as well? Kasi, you know, you can play AD bot lane as a melee champion.
Binaban nila yung mga picks kanina, no? So the focus is not on Lumber. The focus is
from last
in
game.
the mid lane. Yeah.
I mean, Arena's gone.
Pantheon.
So they have a oh my, there's a lot of picks out actually. Do they go for the same pick though?
There you go.
Pantheon, they slam it in. They slam it in. That's a solid first pick. That's one of the most egregious champions in this meta right now. Honestly, I don't mind him. Look at his model, bro. He's a beast. I don't mind this, bro.
Look
and
at
now,
this guy.
A good second pick, Viego, just so that para even yung sitwasyon nila.
Ooh.
Very good bruisers right now.
Actually, I think Viego is a good pick against the Pantheon. And
they have the Thalia too!
also comes
my
out.
goodness.
Yun lang. Nakakatakot tong picks na to, no? So they have a lot of ways to push back the Pantheon if ever he goes
Slam
in.
the Annie.
Pero I think an Annie would be a good pick. Oh, the Aurora is gonna come out this game. Wait.
Aurora Rumble,
Yeah.
maybe?
Feel ko maganda nga yan. Aurora Rumble is gonna be good here for this game.
Yeah, that's two strong picks because they can't pick the Galio anymore in mid. But instead, it's Arena. He's showing up the MF right now, which usually Lumber plays. This time, it's being taken by Arena. So he's challenging for a good old Emano ADC fight. Is he gonna bring the 500 years though? I feel like this is a good pick against this. Never mind. Does he just lock in the Ezreal?
Yep.
Yes, he does. He's gonna scale.
Honestly, Ezreal against the Misfortune is a good matchup for the Ezreal. At least in this matchup,
On
in
paper.
the early game, on paper, should be. Pero dahil nga ito yung pickups nila for the team, I think both of them are lacking some form of frontliner. I mean, the Pantheon could be for a few seconds, pero with the side of Sixth Sense, I think they need a bit more just to help out the Aurora and the Misfortune pag nag-ult sila.
Yeah, they had to ban that Alistar too because they need some sort of setup here for this MF. So a lot of these bans are going to be specifically focused on AoE stuns that could potentially help MF out with the bullet time. Abessa, good top lane to ban out. So I feel like they are thinking about getting this Rumble pick out on 4 here for University. So Sixth Sense, they either have to ban it or let it through. So potentially they have a counter against it.
Yeah, feel ko if ever the Rumble comes out here, it's gonna be an easy lane. Especially if you're fighting against even a fighter against the Rumble. Mahirap rin kasi yung matchup na yun eh. So, they could go for the ban here in the Rel. Yep, there you go. The Rel is gonna be banned kasi as you said, kailangan nila ng mga AoE crowd controls eh. So, having less of that is good.
Yeah, no Rakan, no Alistar here to help MF is it's a very good sign here. Oh, in University,
Good
they
pick.
just want to protect the Ezreal. Slam
Good
it
pick.
down, getting the Braum. So I think Nautilus could be just fine here, but
Mahirap.
honestly, I think the Leona could be a good pick.
Oh,
I forgot the
that's
Nico
a
is
good
still
one.
there. Oh my goodness.
That's a good one.
I forgot. May Nico pa pala. So now, top lane. Rumble. Slam the Rumble down. There's a lot of good top lanes on top. You could that's a good blind pick, honestly. If you don't want to think about it, go for the Rumble. If not, go for a tank.
Sobrang dami nilang AoE dito for the side of Sixth Sense. Honestly, pag nakipaglaban sa kanila yung University dito, they're gonna have a bit of a problem. And I think the Aatrox is not a bad pick. Kasi they needed somebody to help out the Pantheon if ever kailangan nila pumasok. And having the World Ender together with the Pantheon doon, pag pumasok sila, dire-diretso talaga sila for sure.
Yeah, may setup na sila dito sa Nico eh. So having a frontliner out is not bad. But what does University pick for this? Is it gonna be a Kled? It's the same pick against Chen a while ago. He could just do it again. Fiora!
Perfect.
My goodness. Riposte.
Yeah, that's a perfect
Challenge
counter.
me 1v1. That's
Sobrang gandang counter. If ever you just want to counter an Aatrox, I think Fiora is one of the best ones. Kasi one of the big counters para sa Aatrox yung kaya ka dikitan. And Fiora is one of those na kaya ka talaga dikitan.
Yeah, kasi Aatrox has this ability na kailangan i-dash out. Fiora has like 10 million dashes just to dash out. So that's not a problem for the Fiora there. She could counter the entire third Q of the Darkened Blade for Aatrox by just pairing it. So
True.
yeah, that's a lot of damage out on the board here. But yeah, good composition for both sides too. As University, they opted to go for a very, very mid-game comp here with Ezreal in front and Fiora trying to get that solo pick. 6 Sense though, Pantheon, one of the best junglers in this meta, being supported by the Aurora and MF for that setup with the Nico. So important for the setup right now. So, kumbaga lang, who has the easier time setting up the plays here? 6 Sense or University? What do you think that?
For me, it's gonna be way easier to set up things para sa side ng 6 Sense. Or rather, even University. Kasi there's a lot of ways for 6 Sense to make mistakes. Kasi if ever hindi mag-work out yung mga skills nila, especially with Unbreakable being available for Quaid, yun lang yung magiging problema nila dito with the composition. Pero overall, 6 Sense has the better composition, pero it's bound to make mistakes. Pero University, this composition honestly is not bad also. Kasi they can go in and out of the fights just to dodge all the crowd controls coming in from 6 Sense.
Yeah, dikit-dikit to eh. But again, I do worry about how they want to set up because may pang-disruption yung the University. May Weaver's Wall sila, may Glacial Fissure. And if they get caught out here in a bad position, not a lot of these guys from 6 Sense have any dashes to get away from it in particular. So they have to blow their flashes if ever. And that, my friend, is a very dangerous scenario if Uni get this type of position down.
Yeah. And mahirap dito kasi kailangan pumwesto ni Irina na maayos talaga, to be honest. Kasi he's the best target. And he's an easy target na pwedeng puntahan dito. Kumbaga, kung maghahanap sila ng target, siya lang talaga kasi sobrang dali niyang target in here for the team. And having Unbreakable helps to lower the damage or even just nullify yung bullet time if ever magpa-fight sila sa Dragon or sa bigger objectives.
And now, objectives, I mean, I don't think we've seen an objective being taken out to Soul Point. At least. I think 3 Drakes lang ata yung nakita natin for one team. We haven't seen a game go for so long na nag-Soul Point tayo. So, these games are pretty aggressive all throughout dito, Dash. So, kailangan tignan natin kung sinong magkakaroon ng 3 Soul Points dyan. Baka may chance sila manalo or magiging long game to. Tignan natin.
That's true. Tignan natin kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa game natin. So far, yung parehong games nila was a big snowball for both of our teams. Kaya, not really a big litmus test, kumbaga, kung how much they could be dealing with each other. And remember, yung parehong teams na to, they haven't lost yet. So, magkakaroon ng tarnish yung record nila out of this game.
Sapakan lang to. Good old brawl. Just gonna keep on fighting if ever. And that's honestly yan yung league na gusto kong makita, no? I mean, you compare it to the MSI. I think we saw like one game dun sa series dun sa MSI na I think 25 minutes before they got first blood. Ito talaga sa amin, basta may makita kang kalaban, sige, pasok tayo.
Totoo. Suntukan talaga sila no? Yun yung
insane. Grabe kayo makapag-farm pa kayo. Kami dito, sapakan agad.
Simula pa lang nung game, kanina nga nakaabot tayo ng almost 40 plus yung kills natin. And 25 minutes lang ata, 28 minutes yung last game natin, and umabot tayo sa 40 plus kills.
That's like 4 games worth of kills dun sa MSI.
Totoo. Especially with the LCK meta na nakikita natin, di ba? Kaya sobrang tagal talaga ng mga games on sa MSI.
Yeah, now we are back in the mix. Hopefully, makita natin yung performance dito between the 2 undefeated squads here for Group D as they will be the representatives heading into playoffs at the high seed and low seed. So, big risk. Here we go. Tingnan natin kung sino nanalo dito. #UniWin or #6SWin. Let's get into the rift for our final game for today for Liga Republika Stage D.
And ito na nga tayo, magsisimula na tayo with our game. This is gonna be our last game of the day, and after this, diretso na tayo sa playoffs. Kumbaga, if you're just tuning in today, these two teams are just fighting for the seeding. And also, pride na rin kasi magkakaroon ng talo yung isa.
Oo, tama. Kung sasabihin mo, ay, nanalo kami. Di kami natalo. Paano kayo?
Totoo yan,
Lower
totoo
seed
yan.
kayo, talo pa kayo. Anong gagawin natin? O, diba? Talaga. So, yun, Sixth Sense versus Uni. And again, like, Saikyo, he's already talked to us about how he started, like, at a young age too. Like, as a teenager. That makes us like, are we like uncles or something? Ganun. Tito ba
Wait.
tayo?
Wait, nag-start rin naman tayo ng mga teenagers rin naman tayo do. So, no
Yeah,
difference.
but like, you know, tumanda na tayo. Nagtatanong sila, what's a revive? What?
What's a revive? Hindi namin alam yun. Nung time natin,
What's Earth?
What's a mana potion?
What's a manatee? Why is that an Earth? You know what? Where is this coming from? Oh my! I remember nung before nila nilagay yung seasonal na background.
Yeah.
The only background we had back then was like the Halloween one, right? It was the Halloween
yes.
and the winter one. Yeah.
Yun lang yung meron tayo. And honestly, dati, sobrang daming, sobrang daming events even before. And that was the most fun talaga. Kasi ang daming events in-game na nangyayari before.
Oh, dude, I remember.
Remember the time na wala pang skins?
Oh,
That was insane.
I remember back then there was a event where you win 10 games in one game.
Yeah, you
and
get 50 skins.
You get 50 skins.
Yeah, you get 50
Yes,
skins. Nakuha mo ba yan?
Yes.
I got that too, pare.
I have a lot of skins now.
True.
From all of that.
Just getting
A lot of the classic skins na you don't expect, like suddenly you have that feeling that one day you just go to your collection, you're like, when did I get this skin?
good point. Ano season ko kaya nakuha to, no?
I mean, they do give you like a date on where you actually obtained the skin, and that gives you like, you know, it's like a blast from the past. No, maalala mo pa back in the day, like where you got this specific skin. Like kunyari ako, nung binili ko yung Jinx, yung bundle binili ko. Nandun ako sa Data Blitz, bumili ako ng RP, bumili ako ng bundle niya.
Buti naaalala mo pa yun.
Data Blitz.
May mga
Natopia pala,
lang ako
Natopia. Ano naalala mo?
Naaalala ko pa dati, gustong-gusto ko yung skin ni Rumble back in the day. Yung Super Galaxy
Super
Rumble.
Galaxy?
Yeah, it was one of the best skins to be honest. At
True.
that time. Pero ito, may laban
Wait lang! Where's the Nico? Irina's all alone, and I feel like, that is free first blood. They didn't want to make it a 2-0. They just made it 1. But very, very, very risky for that. Kasi Irina is gonna lose a lot of CS here as they're gonna start pushing here really fast. So he has to keep flashing on as Old Desire gets the stun in. Did not see the Pantheon coming. That's a double kill for Sixes. Even I didn't know they were in the bush. I was like, whoa, when did they come out?
Yeah, double kill coming in from their side. Thank you very much kila Direk. Ang ganda ng nung face
Ako nagulat
out
ako eh.
Nung pag-face out ng vision natin, hindi talaga nakita si Desire nung pagpasok niya sa bush. Kasi remember, Quaid was going forward na eh. Sana nakita ngayon, pero the timing was just perfect.
Ako yung nagulat dito, Bustash. Kasi di ko nakita. May nangyayari pala after yung fight. So, in-explain ko lang na si Irina magka-hard time. Yung pala hindi, no?
Oo. And yun na nga, at least, even though na nangyari yun, I think it's still a good thing giving the early advantage para sa isang Pantheon, no? So, it's still a good investment para maging okay ang lahat para sa team. Uy!
What ang kote ng buhay ni Ezekiel? Nagpop pa ng flash? Yes, nagpop ng flash si Zin. So good commitment though, yeah. Both Soms popped here for Ezekiel as he has to probably have to do the walk of shame here coming back into that mid lane. But so far so good. I feel like Chen is having a pretty good time dito. Sabi mo, counter pick. Because Lavenza isn't having a good time. Makikita mo mamaya dito yung CS. Napaka advantageous para kay Fiora.
Ang hirap rin kasi talaga. Honestly, nag-teleport pa nga siya just to get that long sword para magkaroon ng advantage lalo sa lane. And you know what? That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. Para i-continue niya yung domination dun sa lane na yun. Hindi niya hinahayaang makapag-teleport reset itong si Lavenza.
Yeah, mas gusto niya magkaroon ng winning lane kaysa synergistic team comp, no? As long as panalo yung lane niya, okay lang ata sa kanya.
Yeah. Honestly, okay lang, to be honest. And ito, kita mo si Desire, papunta na rin dito sa bot lane. I think the smartest thing to do here para dito is to give the bot lane as much space as they can para si Lumber hindi makapagpalakas dito.
Is he nearing 6?
Sakto
Not
sila.
yet. He's still level 5. Oh, both of them are gonna go in the same lane. It's time to go for a
Fast
fight.
hold.
The E comes out, gets the stun in.
May
Can't
flash
really
out.
move that much. Quaid is all alone as they get the feat of the warfare. Lumber, he gets the kill. Does he get the teleport using the Viego? Yes, he
Gabriel.
does. The Weaver's Whirl comes out. Ezekiel comes back to this duty
slow.
now's own desire. I don't think he's gonna
Wow.
survive this time. Gets the stun, and there's so much damage coming through. They're not gonna kill Son this time as 2 kills, 3 kills come out for Uni.
Good timing. Even the Weaver's Wall, saktong-sakto yung timing rin dito ni Zekriel just to get the finish on that last kill kay Old Desire. And remember, nag-level 6 sila pareho. Si Sun pati si Zekriel on that fight and sobrang sakto yun. Kaya hindi nagkaroon ng extra armor pen itong si Old Desire once he gets his ult.
Uy, tignan natin. Wala pa ring ult. Chen, ang ganda ng wave nyo. Kain na kain yung CS sa top lane. Walang problema sa kanya kasi may kasama siyang Hydra. Ayan na.
Yan na nga eh. Ang hirap din dito for the lane itself. And even ngayon, level 6 na, could be an opportunity to use the ultimate here for All Desire para makapag-gank sila. Especially on the top side of the map. Desire, nakita niya yun ha. Nakita niya yung E. So he knows na kung nasan si Sun.
Uy, naghahanap si Old Desire. Baka makita dito sa loob ng bush. Try bush, Old Desire. Para pinipilit ata kasi nandito si Sin, but that's all they'll get. Just damage here halfway through. Getting the ward destroyed too. Just for leverage, because again, in a few minutes, the Grubs is gonna spawn. And that is a very major objective na kailangan din nila kunin.
Yeah, you need to think about this. And Desire just trying to take out some of the waves here. And bot lane goes in, goes to damage and cycle. One
EQ?
more, pwede siya patayin. Tinamaan siya! And that's a double kill coming in for Lumber. And yun na nga ang hinahanap ng University.
Mystic shot na mystic shot. Gigil na gigil si Lumber, oh. Grabe. Void Grub spawning just in time, and I feel like Sun can just walk in here and get Dragon without any problem. Kasi Irina and Psycho, they're gonna be trying and catching up with the lead again against Lumber and Quaid, and I don't think they have enough space to fix it. Oh, Desire's walking on top though, Chen. He doesn't know na may kalaban siya. Third Q on the Darkened Blade gets the Q out, the parry. Perfect for Chen. What was that? Oh, nag-ARP pa nga. Ay, grand entrance. Tako po. Ay, ingat na lang po pa uwi, Chen. Wala.
Clearing the wave, wala atong tulong na magagawa dito sila pareho.
Magfa-farm to si Chen.
Bibigyan niya na lang, try to farm, get the wave. Okay.
Yep.
Pero nakuha pa rin nila in the end. Finish na yung Void Grubs pero they're taking so much time. And recognizing that, I think University sobrang smart nung ginawa nila doon na alam nila and Irina is gonna be in trouble. Wala sila magagawa dito. I think the Heartbreaker's ready and that is it. Nakuha nila yung reset. They're gonna go for Psycho next na slow down pa nga nila. Eto na, may Weaver's Wall kasama and that's gonna be it. Psycho is gonna be dead and 2 kills na naman on the bot laner here sa side ng Sixth Sense.
Death on arrival for Sixth Sense and Uni. Just reading the book of Sixth Sense and it is looking real easy for them right now early on in the game. They do take Void Grubs though, but this Dragon is a little bit too important for University not to take out.
That's gonna be the Drake getting taken down for the team and University will be happy to cash that in. And nakakuha pa si Lumber lalo na dito sa bot lane ng marami pang playthings on their side. So this is looking good. Ang hirap nung lane na to for Irina and Psycho.
It's a good scenario still. I mean, it's still even, Steven. I mean, like 2k gold lead is not too much, but talking about core items, I feel like we're gonna see Lumber getting his first core. Yup, that is the Triforce. He's already built it.
Ay, no,
That's not a good sign.
Triforce on him, Triforce on Sun. So already, yung items natin built up na. And the other members dito ng Sixth Sense are at the point na magbe-build pa lang sila ng first item. So this could be a good timing para mag-start yung University ng fight.
Yeah, and we can see the comparisons between Sun and Old Desire. I mean, it's still even naman. So wala namang problema dito. It's just that Sun has been really proactive the entire game. Also Old Desire. So again, like very active junglers the entire time around. As long as they can find the fight here on their farm, they can go for it.
Yeah. Unbreakables up para kay Quaid. And even a Glacial Fissure. So medyo mahirap mag-bullet time at this timing. And wala pa tayo masyado nakikitang plays coming in from Shin. Parang nakastick lang siya dito sa mid lane since a while ago. So that's why it's kinda hard for them to do anything much kasi mas madali talaga mag-move around pag kay Zekriel because of the Weaver's Wall.
It takes a while also for the MF to scale up because nakita mo nga may Triforce yung Ezreal dito. So that's a good breakpoint already for Ezreal and he doesn't have to mind. He just needs Manamune and he's already good. Yung MF, she's still building that Bloodthirster, and after that, he has to build either IE or Essence Reaver. I think IE is gonna be a better play here into that Lord Doms kasi they need the damage as early as possible. Just have to risk getting mana starved here, but a good stun onto Sin. He gets a TP out though. Heartbreaker though. Oh, he's still alive. Gets a stun onto Old Desire. Can he get the Q out? He dodges it! At naku po! Disaster for you! University as they get the kill grand. Oh, Weaver's Wall in front of him. He's gonna risk it. Oh my goodness, the outplay by Sin. Shutting them down. That is not how you use that Weaver's Wall. Oh, and another fight going into bot lane. Oh my goodness, parang nagtitrade lang sila dito. Psycho still alive. The Winter Spite, does he get one more shot at it? Is he gonna try? Not quite.
Lina. I think that is good already. Nakakuha sila ng shutdown golds. Traverse the gold lead to 1k and Shin a bit too aggressive dito, especially if you're fighting against an Aurora. You shouldn't try to dive the tower talaga.
Just back, bro. Like it's not worth it. No, like you already got what you wanted. You got the outplay. Just hang it up. You don't have to worry about it. But yeah, a little bit of these micro mistakes could cost you the game. But since it is still early, na wala pa ring repercussions, there's no breakpoints in the items as of yet, they're still good. Like, wala pang problema dito. Once we get into another dragon fight, like one of those big fights that we saw the last 2 games, if we see these fights come through, dun talaga magmamatter yung mga kills dito sa scoreboard natin.
Yeah, Bloodthirster already built dito para kay Irina on the bot side. Getting a bit of that sustain. Kailangan nila kasi yun in lane to be honest.
Yeah, he's gonna die, bro.
Makapag-survive pa sila on that bot side. And this time, hintayin natin yung susunod na objective natin. I think the Drake could be the next breaking point para sa teams. Pero Zekriel, setting up a gank on the bot side pero wala siyang Weaver's Wall eh.
Yeah, no Weaver's Wall to use and now the only setup that they could probably do is the Glacial Fissure coming up in just a bit. We have a bunch of stun coming in from Diego as well, so a bit more of reliance for one of the basic skills for the Thalia here. So I think Dragon will be the point now where they have to start contesting because it is still the second Drake, but they don't have it's not really the worst to give, but if they want to fight and flip it, go ahead para makabalik yung Sixth Sense dito sa laro.
Yeah, I think a bit of an advantage din na nakuha ng University yung what they got was the Scuttle bago pa mag-start dito yung objective natin. So with that, they already saw the miss being brought through dito sa bot side ng mapa kaya si Irina dire-diretso sa paalis from this lane. Pero they could set up a fight here. Look at this. Shin already in position. Pwede nila i-take to if ever. Grand Sky onto the backline. They got it. The timing's just right. Sun is gonna be next. Heartbreaker is gonna be there. Pero nandito si Chain dito. Trying a 1v1. Pero on the other side though, Bullet Time is gonna be making it work. Pero never mind. It still went in with University's favor. Mas malaki yung damage on their side of the map.
Yeah, 2 for 0 and they get the Drake as well. That's good in their damage. Good on their damage numbers. I think that's 5% increase or 6% increase on AD and AP damage altogether. So overall, like good scenario as it was a good entry too, but the Dreaded Volley really split up the fight into a Sin, and Old Desire was left to fight on their lonesome. And on a 1v1 scale, it's not a good idea to split them both up because yung damage mo, it works best kapag magkasama kayo lahat. So Uni, they get another fight on their favor. Sindo try to go aggressive but there's a problem. Tatlong tao sa ilalim ng Torre. Anong gagawin ni Sin dito? Threaded volley plus the seismic shove. Sin, wala ng Torre to save him out and it's gonna be Lumber getting another kill. What are they doing there? Chen tries to 1v1 but he was stuck on the other side of the base.
Yeah, you
but
know
ang
what?
layo na nahabol niya dun.
That's true. Not a bad play to be honest kasi dahil pinul niya yung attention ng most of the people on the top side of the map, they can actually take the Rift Herald. Right now, Zekriel, may timing si Lumber at si Zekriel na makakaabot sila dito while Quaid is taking his time to distract them.
Yup, but that's good timing too, but I think Quaid is gonna have to give his own life just to stall the Rift Herald, which
Good
in
stall?
fair is a good stall. Lumber's all alone though. Parang pinipilit niya atang pumasok dito cause the TP is right behind them. They can look for a fight. But Zekriel's a little bit too far forward. Lumber has to fight on his lonesome. Sun and Chen, they're working together. And that is the Nico being popped off. And Sun is just dominating the entire game as he's already pushed up. The Fiora's popping off and it's time to duel.
Wow.
It's time to Engard and it's double kill for Sun as they shine on through, as they get more of these resources, the objectives in front of their faces.
Good investment. Ever since nakita natin si Chen na tinatry niyang i-distract yung most of the members of Sixth Sense and Quaid comes in to stall the Rift Herald twice now, hindi nakuha yung Rift Herald, natalo pa sila sa fight so it all went in favor. Just because of that one kill on Chen, it all went in favor pa rin. Para sa side dito ng The University, they got the Rift Herald, they got everything, and Snowball on a Viego, men, grabe na yan for University.
Good luck lang pre kung na-snowball pa yung Viego. Sa akin yung Ezreal, problema pa nga. Pero yung Viego na hindi pa napapatay, good luck lang sa inyo.
Grabe. Ang hirap na to for the team, for the side of Sixth Sense. I think, if hindi sila, ang hirap kasi gumawa ng play, especially if you pick up the Misfortune tapos may Brom on the other side, then you have to think about Shen, you have to think about Sun. So, ang hirap mag-position in most of these fights.
Yeah, kailangan niyang, he has to decide whether or not he's gonna let rip the Bullet Tide and to risk of getting absorbed by the Brom W. So it's a dilemma para kay Irina, and again, nasha-shutdown siya because of it. Maybe beforehand could have picked like a Lucian, maybe kept that same comp, but hindi eh. Kaya pinilit na mag-MF dito, and honestly, it's still a good pick regardless. They just need to set it up correctly with the Brom out of the picture, perhaps.
True. Kailangan talaga i-timing nila dun sa Unbreakable kasi ni Brom, kasi if hindi, the bullet time is just gonna be nullified, almost all of it talaga. Kaya, ang hirap dito mga position for the team. So, the goal is, for Sixth Sense, is to find a way to get those shutdown goals kay Lumber tsaka kay Sun, and maybe i-lessen yung gold lead. Kanina nag 1k yan yung gold lead natin, pero because of the constant wins ng University, lumaki ng 7k yung gold lead.
Ganda din ng turret loop na nakuha ng Yuri dito. So it's now Quaid just to stall. Good stun onto the Eco. Gets the jump on in. The TP, does it work out? The portal leaves Psycho alone as the threaded volley knocks them both out and out of commission. One kill for the side of University. A Sixth Sense, they're left on hanging here as they summon the Rift Herald. Where does it go? It is on the bot side as Chen is all alone. He can sustain the entire thing, mind you, so they don't mind.
Yeah, Rift Herald on the bot lane, masyado silang distracted dito. While that's
Saves your
happening,
bot lane,
Rift
bro.
Herald is gonna be taken down in mid lane din, so they are out of a decision kung ano yung gagawin nila dito. Look at this Weaver's Wall. Sobrang ganda nung ginawa ni Zekriel doon.
Hindi sila makalaro,
And with
pre.
the Unraveled Earth, hindi sila kasi maka-forward. Kasi if tinry ni Old Desire mag-stun doon, masastun din siya, which is why such an insane play para dito kay Zekriel.
Yeah, good just to split up the map. And again, like the threaded volleys are so important too. That's why the Talia is banned all throughout dito sa group stage natin. Kasi ang laki ng threat ng skill na yon. Kahit hindi siya nagda-damage ng kalaban. Disruption dun sa positioning ng 6S, yun ang importante sa kanila.
True, especially na marami nga silang dashes dito sa team nila for Sixth Sense. Ang hirap talaga to fight against that Unraveled Earth from Zekriel. And this time, right now, I think University with the lead na meron sila, 10k gold lead yan, yung sobrang laking lead nila. Yes, may objective bounties sila around the map which makes it possible to maybe come back from this game. Pero sobrang laki kasi ng lead ng University at this point.
Yeah, laki. And manonotice ka natin, lahat ng objectives nag-spawn dun sa side ng University. Ang layo ng Sixth Sense na yun, par. Dragon and Atakan. Perhaps 2 objectives in a row and there's no contest. They can't fight. Talo sila dun sa team fight if ever.
Masyado nang thin yung mapa nila para even to try this. Siguro kaya nila patayin si Chen dito, pero look at that, level 9 to level 14. He's not gonna be afraid of that fight, no? Na-hold siya, they got the stun in, pero Chen still finds the kill. Weaver's Wall is gonna be there, and nobody's gonna move forward. What a great combo coming in from Zekriel. Ito na nga, papasok na sila, they got the damage in, they got the hold, but it's not gonna matter kasi wala silang damage to go and get the kill. Levenza's gonna get stunned, and those are the kills coming in for the team. But Old Desire, parang naghahanap pa siya ng makukuha niya, pero parang wala. Shin, the only one alive for the team. Pero it doesn't matter kasi the lanes are gonna get pushed and it's looking like University wants to maybe finish this in a bit.
Yeah, pinilit pero gipit. Legendary solo kill. Nasaan ang buhay ng Aurora na punta sa Borealis? Wala napuntahan. At kawawa naman ang Sixth Sense University. Grabe, nag-graduate with high honors.
What a great play. Ito na nga, they were trying their best to get something here. Just take a look at the replay. Eto, sobrang laki. Even 1/3? Hindi nga 1/3 eh. Yung HP niya, pero almost half yung HP niya. 1 Heartbreaker. Enough na yun para i-take down siya. Look at the full damage build ni Sun dito kasi sobrang ahead niya kasi sa game natin.
Boy, may boots pa siya tol. Hindi pa siya nag-upgrade. Hindi siya makalaro dito yung Rina. Wait, does Lumber Okay, I thought Lumber didn't have any boots. Nag-upgrade lang pala dun sa Feats of Stage.
Okay.
Grabe. Ang lakas ni Lumber right now. Arena having a hard time all throughout the game because again, MF skills later in the game, not early. And if you don't get the items right now, mas kawawa ka dito. Old Desire fighting. Son here gets the solo kill.
Okay,
Heartbreaker getting the reset. He's gonna run away though because wala na siyang buhay and that is still good enough. Lumber is right there getting the stun out from the Nico. Pop Blossom not quite there yet. A Psycho! Sniper! Naghahanap ng kadapwat. Grabe naman to si Lumberjack. Nagtatroso ng puno dito sa taas. Lavenza, may balak mag-solo bolo pero masyadong malakas si Sun. Takas-takas na lang kayo. Anong gagawin nyo sa base kasi nasa harap na si Lumber sa mukha nyo?
Ayun na nga, Inhibitor is gonna be taken down. Let's take a look at the replay dun sa laban natin na yun. It was, honestly, at this point in the game na sobrang ahead nila.
Grabe, may zoom in pa nga.
May pa-zoom in pa nga si Direk. Wow, grabe.
May ganun tayo na yon.
Grabe yun, Direk.
Ako na-impress ako dun, but another fight's coming out. Quaid tries to get away, but there's no where else he could go. Lumber, Quaid, he gets shut out. Non-breakable. He's still alive. Where's the grand entrance? Oh my goodness, Chen is just running in. He gets sniped from behind though by Lafenza. Kawawa naman siya. But everyone is trying to fight for their lives here for Sixth Sense. As Uni, they're knocking on their base. Sun is just playing with his food, but he's gonna get Pop Blossom to Kingdom Come. What is going on for Uni? They have to run away. Lumber, he's still trying to fight a 1v4 scenario. But how is he still winning? He's still winning. He's still surviving. How are they still fighting with Lumber on their side? The Arena's trying to chase down the sneaky Ezreal, but the damage is not enough. Lumber survives. Lumber keeps trying, and the throw shot barrage, does he get down? Psycho, not enough. But they're looking to knock down on the base. Threaded volley. We look at the replay right now as, my goodness, ang kulit ni Lumber. Hindi niya ma-chase ni Irina kasi kulang siya sa boots. Pero tingnan mo naman na burst sa likod niya, Lumber. And I feel like they gonna hold for now. But how long are you gonna survive here, Dash? It's so hard.
It's gonna take a long time para makalaban pa yung Sixth Sense dito with a 13k or rather 14k yung gold lead natin. And also biggest shoutouts pala sa ating mga co-streamers. and na nanonood sa atin currently, si Wildtime and Libiano, thank you very much for
Salamat
streaming with us. Salamat po. And also, again, this might be the end. One last objective para sa side dito ng University and this game could be over.
Konti na lang. Konting tiis na lang para kay University going undefeated. Dito sa group stage natin, Weavers, well, no, not quite. That's the threaded volley with the shove. Not quite there, but all of them are taking objectives here for Uni. That's the Baron, and dun sa bot side natin, may Dragon pa pwede nilang punit.
Drake is up, and kuwang-kuwa pa rin nila yung mapa on the bot side of the map. Kailangan nilang ihintayin pa lumabas ang mga inhib ulit, and it's gonna take a long time para makontest nila to. And with the Baron buff, it's making things harder para sa side ng Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. It's only a matter of time before the Nexus blows up. But for your University, they're taking their sweet time. They want to end this on a banger. And this threaded volley is gonna start things up. They're all blocked in. They just wanted to get, the mobility out. The shove goes in. Shen goes for the entrance. Here comes the Pop Blossom. Gets two. Here comes the portal coming from the Aurora. Bullet time is huge, but there was no damage, no kills all throughout. It was just a bloodbath here. Lumber, Chen, the rest of University, go graduate with magna cum laude. Go graduate with everything else as you'll go undefeated dito sa group stage. Congratulations to the University.
The University will take the better seeding dito sa Group D natin, and they were the ones to get 2-0, especially even against Sixth Sense, and sila na nga yung nanalo dito. University taking that for the lead, and congratulations for moving forward for the playoffs for both of these teams. Pero it's way better for the side of University dahil nga they had the better seeding.
Better seeding, and they have the pride too for going undefeated in sa group stage nila. And that, I think, is the bigger prize out of everything.
Yeah, that's a bigger win, to be honest. Talagang bigger wins for the team dahil nga they will be able to take a better seeding. And also, ang ganda ng performance ng University dito sa whole game natin. We've seen them get almost all of the advantages in the whole game. It was so good for us to see yung mga ginagawa nila this game.
Yeah, and again, shoutouts to the entire squad here for the University doing so well as Sixth Sense, no? Like they needed to step up. They needed to win their one game that could potentially turn into a tiebreaker against Ouroboros. They got their win, they got their wish. They're still in the playoffs, they're still in the run.
Yeah, they're still gonna be moving forward, and what a great showing for the team. I wanna see what stats we're gonna see here, kung gaano kataas yung gold nila. So, sobrang laki ng gold lead nila this game closing in to almost 20k dun sa end part of our game. And this was a faster game for University compared dun sa una pa nilang game.
Yeah, because
18k!
That's a big gold lead, bro. They got all of the Drakes, they got a Baron, they got an Atakan. Basically everything was on their side, no? I think grabe kinain nila yung towers, no? Nag-stat pad pa sila dito. So 35 to 14, and honestly, Uni, they deserve all of that, no? They knew who to play with, and look at Lumber, bro. 38 kills. That's a lot. That's the equivalent of 3 of the players here for the side of Sixth Sense. Although Arena did a lot of damage, all throughout the game, I feel like Lumber just consistently threatened kills and kills all throughout. And Sun Chen, even Quaid and Zekriel, they just positioned themselves well to do even greater things dito sa game na to.
And also, sinabi rin naman natin kanina, the Brom could actually nullify the whole bullet time. Kaya nawalan rin ng value yung misfortune natin during this whole game. Kasi kahit i-save niya lang yung unbreakable niya, yung wall niya, for the bullet time, wala na, okay na yun. Okay, tapos na yung trabaho niya. Wala nang kailangan siyang isipin. And that was the biggest win para sa kanila dito. I think the draft for Quaid on that prom, sobrang smart nun for them.
Yeah, good on the draft too, and good for waiting at the last possible minute to lock in that Ezreal too, because they already knew what was gonna happen here. And okay, no matter, dude, that's the MVP for the series as well. Again, 38 kills. Grabe, no? Full bid ata, no? Kulang lang isa. Kulang lang isa. Kahit ang kulang lang isa, ang sakit pa rin, pre.
Oo.
Kahit yung tatlo na kulay blue na Triforce Manam yun pati Seril, tas okay na yun sa akin eh.
Actually,
Tapos
yun
naglagay
lang.
ka pa ng Bloodthirster.
Tapos na yun yung game sa ganun Feel
Oo.
ko yun na yung item niya nung nag 1v4 siya, yung chine-chase siya. Tapos
Oo,
parang
but-
dinagdag niya na lang yung Bloodthirster nung huli.
For fun, yun lang.
Ah.
Kailangan niya lifesteal eh. Kasi walang magsosupport sa kanya. But yeah, all throughout the game, ang ganda nga ng mga outplay nga din ng side ng ng the university. Even though like early in the game, it was really close too. Like it just spiraled out of proportion nga with the fights like these. Chen getting so many picks along with Sun and Lumber just farming all throughout the game.
Dito nagsimula na silang matalo Ito yung big brain play ni Chen tsaka ni Quaid para i-stall out yung Red Herald. And yun yung smartest na ginawa nila this game. Pero this was a good try for the team here. Sobrang kapal ng shield kay Zekriel kaya hindi siya namatay.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was still them who actually won this fight. Si Lumber sobrang fed na at this point in the game.
Yeah, there was no turning back there. Pinilit pero gipit. And again, some of these kills, man, that was like unnecessarily di naman BM, like it was just showboating at this point kasi ang lakas na damage nila. Ito din, si Lumber, kasama zoom in pa nga ito pero ito auto-detect yan dun sa inya. So,
yes.
And magandang tignan yun for Ezreal. That's why Ezreal is a really good champion but really hard to execute in a real life setting. So Lumber, ito, kine-chase siya, patay, buhay pa rin. Grabe.
Yeah. This is good. Honestly, para sa best of one, if si Lumber laging may Ezreal sa pocket niya, and if mag-work siya sa best of 3, I think it will work in a best of 3. Pwede nga lagi siya i-first pick, and if he's a threat on an Ezreal, he's gonna be a threat on everybody. Lahat ng ADC picks natin.
As long as kasama siya dun sa Fearless Draft, walang gagamit ang Ezreal.
For sure.
Siya lang ang gagamit ang Ezreal dun. And that's one good pick out of the way and he could use the rest of the pool to play with.
Totoo. Yun nga yung maganda dito, lalo na kung may mga pocket pick ka na ganyan. Gonna be really, really helpful as we move forward into the drafts. And this time, kita naman natin kung sino yung mga teams natin na nanalo. It was a good showing. Pero if ngayon lang kayo nag-tune in and hindi nyo nakita yung mga nangyari kanina, ito yung resulta ng games natin for today.
Yup, so first game, Ouroboros and University. It was University that bested Ouroboros. Second game, it was 6 Cents versus Ouroboros. 6 Cents duked it out against Ouroboros and won. So Ouroboros was out of the picture. And for the decider between the University and 6 Cents, it was the University eking it out, getting that first seeded spot dito sa playoffs natin against 6 Cents.
Yeah, gets the first seed. Good for Group D. Good win para sa kanila. Standout champion natin on this day would be Nami. Actually, from 6 Cents kay Saikyo, ha? Hindi
I'm
siya
surprised.
Ezreal.
Oh, I thought it would be the Ezreal because he got picked twice dito sa series natin, no? But again, the-notice ko lang with Saikyo, he had, I think, 32 assists. I remember. Yeah, 32 assists that game.
Yes,
And you said nga, KD niya is 34. Grabe. So, if gusto nyo mag-Lucian Nami, bumalik na kayo guys. Back to season 5 tayo.
Totoo guys, totoo. Balik natin yung Lucian namin yan. End of day stats, total gold earned natin for the whole day is 327,128, sorry. And total damage is 483,968.
Ano magagastos mo dito sa 337,028 gold? Dash.
Madami ka magagastos dito. Pwede to pang down payment
Ato pwede to pang pang UC legendary skin.
Ay, actually pwede. Yun yung best answer. Eto, makita natin yung group stage recap natin. Tapos na, guys, ang ating group stage. Kita nyo naman, yung mga 2-0s natin, sila yung mag-move forward sa better na positioning dun sa playoffs bracket natin.
Yeah, and a lot of familiar faces too. Iron Global's here. Inferno, the University. Is that WPE Academy? Oh, that's them. That's crazy.
That's
Okay,
them.
we're gonna see them later on in this tournament, and I'm gonna be excited for that. So, eto na nga, group stage recap. That is them. You're gonna see them in playoffs and more action soon enough in the next couple of weeks. And here we go! Nag-announce na nga ng playoffs bracket live here on the stream. So, it's gonna be Aya versus 6 Cents first series natin for next week.
Yes.
Oh, so Inferno Esports and Amigos Esports for a second seed. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Iron Global and Iron
Global. That's the University versus West Point Academy agad in this early parts of the best of threes natin dito sa playoffs bracket natin. So, this is gonna be scary, for some of the other teams na meron tayo. Kasi what's gonna happen here is gonna be really hard for some of the teams. Kasi with what they have here, they have a lot of things to think about. They have a lot of things to, especially na fearless draft na tayo once we go to the playoffs bracket.
Yeah, and now they have to start learning their teams, sino kalaban nila, ano yung pick balance nila, anything that could, mess up the fearless draft. I'm gonna be ready for it, Dash, and that's gonna be what's gonna be in store for next week.
Yeah, especially nakakatapos lang na MSI natin, most of the people will be tuning in dito sa Liga Republika, especially with the playoffs already done, and it was a nice time to be back here for League of Legends. It's a very, very nice time to see the people watching together with us dito, Dropout Kenny, sa ating Liga Republika tournament, paglikha ng alamat. And any last words before we close this?
Sana magkita tayo ulit. Di natin alam kung babalik tayo, pero kung bumalik, babalik, diba?
Totoo,
Kasi
totoo.
dito tayo papalaganap ng agimat, pre. This is where legends are made.
Di ba to alamat?
Lahat na lang. Yun talaga. Basta.
Yun! Dito nga tayo maglilikha ng alamat. Narinig yan kay Dropout Candy, everyone. And that was us. Maraming salamat sa mga nakasama namin. Meron pa tayo next week, kaya tune in for next week for more Liga Republika. Kami nga pala ang naging shoutcasters nyo. Ako nga pala si Dash at kasama ko si Dropout Candy. See you next week para sa more League of Legends.
My toes